All right, welcome to South Decatur High School tonight, where your South Decatur Cougars are facing Cloverdale. What are they, Thunder?
I don't know.
That's what it says on the there. On there, does it say in there?
Clovers.
Clovers. Okay, that makes sense. So Cloverdale Clovers, they come here and they're coming at 2-3. South Decatur's 4-1. The only comparison that we really got tonight that we can compare it to, by the way, Jim Wall with Zach Weddle. The only comparison we can really compare it to is, I know when we played Edinburgh, it was 55-14.
Yep.
And then when they played Edinburgh, they won 20-6.
Yep.
So other than that, that's the only one. Did they play Switzerland County?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I can't remember who it was we were talking about. Again, welcome tonight. Tonight is homecoming, so it's going to be a longer night, a little bit longer than what we're used to. So just bear with us. What do you think, Zach? What we got to do tonight, man? Well, we did notice something, though. I didn't notice, but we did notice Amron. Sorry, I just want to say, because I want you, because you probably might see him at school or talk to him or hear something with working at school. That's why I was going to bring that topic up so you can talk about that. But with a brace on his leg. But also, we did talk to Coach Martin, and he did say that he said he was going to play tonight. So what have you heard? What do you think?
Well,
where we go with that, which will be a big deal.
Yeah, so on that, I actually talked to Ian this morning when I got here, and I saw him in the hallway. I said, hey, man, are you playing tonight? He's like, oh, yeah, you know me. I'm going to play. And I was like, that's good. We need you. Just make sure you don't go push yourself and keep that brace on so that way you can limit the injury of that knee.
Right, because that's the last thing he needs. I mean, he's been big for us on defense, especially. Always usually involved, maybe assisting a tackle or, doing whatever he does. But physically, he's been a big asset for us. So, I mean, that's something that we'll have to look for and see.
And he's a big body, so he's an asset on the defensive line because he does what you want a defensive lineman to do, just eat up blocks. Yeah, and make your backers get in there to stop the run or blitz the quarterback.
Right. And I think tonight's going to be a big deal with Corbin Johnson. You're going to have Corbin Johnson, which you'll refer to us. If you hear us say it, for those of you listening, maybe, if you have been listening, we've heard him as the Beast. Because I'll tell you what, folks, we weren't able to broadcast last week and just kind of explain. I had to have a surgery done, so we weren't able to do the game last week. But we did talk to Corbin and them, and they did win big. South won, what was it,
55-8.
55-8. And Corbin Johnson, he only played a quarter and a half, had 8 carries for 200 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Yep.
Wow. I mean, that's a big deal. And I think for anybody playing South Decatur, they know that coming in. I mean, everybody does. Yep. And Corbin, he's just that physical. I mean, he's solid, and he busts through that line. And you can't take away from, the Bishop brothers. They do well tackling, doing what they have to do on their part. You have, Colby Rathburn.
Yep.
You got, my mind went blank. Owen Areola. You got, you got all these factors that factor in, and it ain't just one player.
No.
I mean, this is total team effort, and we got a lot of guys stepping up and doing well.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you what, too, we were able to just talk a little bit about it since we're about 11 minutes till the clock runs out, so I'm sure maybe they'll stop before then to do the opening ceremony. But we got to do the junior high game the other night. Upcoming, man, we got a lot of stuff upcoming with the 8th grade class. We got, if you really think about it, we talked, and I encourage you, for anyone there, you can go back as you go online with WTRE.com, find the South Decatur Cougar icon, and if you actually click on that, you can actually go back and watch previous broadcasts. So, and on that night, if you do, it's really going to be hard because you're not going to be able to see because the sun was up and it kind of blacked everything out. But you can still hear the broadcast, and I'll tell you what, they're a fun team to watch.
Yes.
They're big boys. I mean, Coach Wall and that staff did a good job because they did different plays. They had these big boys. So I'm getting ahead of myself because I'm getting excited because of what they got. But they got four boys that are over with a combined weight of about 800 pounds. That's big. That's big coming up for Coach Martin. But you got Coach Martin, you got Coach Wall, you got all these guys that are working together to build this program, and that's what's exciting. I mean, if you're a South Decatur Cougar fan, it's exciting for what's up and coming.
Yep.
And then you go back to, let's go a little further away. It's even the 8th, the 5th, and 6th grade team. Yeah. They're 4-0, and they're in the conference that they're playing in. So we have a lot coming up within 4 to 5 years of what we got. And Zach, you've seen all this. You can elaborate on it, man. I mean, it's fun. It's exciting.
It is. Yeah, it is. And me going here, 13 years of school. I mean, it's just everything has been up and down, no consistency. And now, as coaches stay consistent, everything is just starting to flow and trickle down to those elementary age kids.
Well, and you just said the key thing, I think, with the coach part of it, because, you take Coach Wall, who coached junior high. He was president of youth football for many years. So he always, and then before that, he was coaching there. So a lot of these boys, even the junior high team, he started out coaching them. And he's coached them all the way up through. And then now he's even worked with this A team, this 5th and 6th grade team. They're coming up. So that's coming up. They're going to know what he expects, what it is. And then you got Coach Martin factoring in with all them working together and being a part of it with Coach Martin, even being a part of the youth program. That's huge for this program with school, with football this year. And, back to the junior high team, I mean, man, a couple of them boys, 220, 210, 220, they're running the ball. They're letting them run the ball. Yeah. Good golly, man. They're just – I mean, you got Miles Wall, Elon Phelps. You got Emmett McFarland. You got the Hampton boy. And, folks, I'm telling you, I think the other night was their last home game, but they do play at North Decatur coming up this Tuesday night. At North Decatur. Man, I encourage you to go watch. They're fun to watch. They're a big team. Got a lot of boys coming out. A lot of stuff going on that's positive for this football program here in South Decatur. So while we're right there, let's go ahead and thank our sponsors real quick, Zach. First quarter sponsor tonight is H&R Block. Platinum sponsors Gillen and Howe Funeral Home, Maker Automotive Group, Buy Ride Auto, Decatur County Recycling, Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, Walters Tire, Hamilton Tebby Law Office. Cheer Block is sponsored by Russ Hubler Ford, Levenstein's Abbey Carpet, Fleetwood Chevrolet, and Fry's A&W. Thank you for sponsoring us. We really appreciate that. I'm just excited, man. I mean, we have this game tonight. Next week's senior night. That's when Switzerland County comes in. Then after that, it's on the road at Milan. And then after that, they actually travel to Dayton, Ohio to play a team. So there's a lot of stuff. And then we get ready for sectional, and we'll see how it goes. For once, man, it seems like the Ducks are everything's starting to line up for South Decatur in this program. And in a whole, I think that's good. We've needed that here at this school for a long time, and it's building that confidence of these kids. These kids come out and they get to play. Even talking to Corbin the other night, he might only played a quarter and a half, but he still got to play. Still got to be in that game. Still got to feel that part of it. It wasn't just sitting down because, they're playing a team that might not have been as experienced as they were. But right now, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I do want to touch base back on, the consistency thing. Obviously, for those of you listening at home, you've probably heard my name from basketball. And, Coach Wildy came here my sophomore year and stayed. And as everybody could tell, we weren't good those first couple years. But then we had the pieces, and we ended up having one of the best teams in the history of the school, going 24-2, breaking 36 school records, won a sectional, and then COVID happened, and nobody knows what could have happened from there.
You're right.
So, I mean, with Coach Martin, Coach Wall, having them stay, being consistent, and these kids coming up and playing through, there's no telling what it could be.
The possibilities are huge here at this program, and I think for anybody, again, that's a South Decatur Cougar fan, you should be excited. Tell you what, Zach, let's go ahead and we're going to take a little bit of commercial breaks here, and then we'll be right back here at South Decatur High School.
Make this the summer event with a new 2023 Jeep or new 2023 Ram truck from Acre Automotive. Right now, choose from a big selection of new 2023 Jeep Cherokees, Grand Cherokees, Wranglers, Gladiators, or Wagoneers. Or if you're thinking truck, Acres have a nice selection of new 2023 Ram half-ton, 3/4 ton, and 1-ton trucks. See Kevin Milburn, Josh Camplain, Tony DiLoretto, or Dan Rubel at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, 1407 North Lincoln in Greensburg.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable. To record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gill and Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gill and Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
This is Michelle Gauk with Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. With over 30 years of experience in the car business, we know the key to success is providing superior customer service before and after the sale. At Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, service is not just a promise, it's a guarantee. We have a trained, low-pressure sales staff ready to serve you. We have a service department with Chrysler-certified technicians with years of experience and all the latest diagnostic equipment. Service before and after the sale. Why go anywhere else? Please visit us at Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep or online 24 hours a day at BatesvilleChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
Sports are being brought to you in part by Chris Tebby with Hamilton and Tebby Law Office in Greensburg. Hamilton and Tebby specialize in business, estate, and family law, criminal defense, guardianships, wills, trusts, and more. Hamilton and Tebby Law Office is located at 117 South Broadway in Greensburg. If the ball's in your court, call 812-663-4082 about their legal services today.
Striving to be the best in the classroom or in their sport makes up a student athlete. Buy Right Auto has the same goals. Treating our guests to the best buying experience is the goal line. Beat the buzzer and come to Greensburg's used car superstore, Buy Right Auto, 920 North Michigan Avenue.
All right, back here at South Decatur High School, we got about 3:40 to go here before we get the opening ceremonies going, and the Cougars just now running out on the field here, and we're hoping here for a good one tonight. And sorry if we catch any fans standing up.
We might have to. I'll tell you what, why don't you talk for a few minutes or here in a few minutes. If you're watching at home, I'm going to go out and adjust that, lift that up a little bit.
No problem.
So go right ahead. You can talk a little bit, Zach, and we'll probably go to a break anyway when they go to do national anthem.
That is fine. So it looks like we might be getting ready for the opening ceremonies here, ladies and gentlemen. Not too sure on any of this thing about Cloverdale. I haven't really heard much about them, but I know obviously they are 2-3, and hopefully everything goes well. And I believe we are getting ready to do the national anthem, so we are going to take a quick break, and we will be back.
Striving to be the best in the classroom or in their sport makes up a student athlete. Buy Right Auto has the same goals. Treating our guests to the best buying experience is the goal line. Beat the buzzer and come to Greensburg's used car superstore, Buy Right Auto, 920 North Michigan Avenue. Experience the great service from our team. Can't make it in? Call in your play to 812-662-9922. Buy Right Auto, Greensburg's used car superstore.
Decatur County Recycling. Do you have a question about recycling?
How do I dispose of sharps? Can glass and plastic bottles be recycled? How do I dispose of tires and household hazardous waste? Is there somewhere I can take my recyclables? Those are questions for Decatur County Recycling. You can find more online at www.decaturcountysolidwaste.com. Decatur County Recycling, assisting the community in reducing the amount of material taken to the landfill.
Walters Tire services all of southeastern Indiana. And right now, through September 30th, you can get $200 back in rebate savings on the purchase of 4 select Goodyear or Kelly tires when you use your Goodyear credit card. Walters Tire at 220 West Main in Greensburg. Make this the summer event with a new 2023 Jeep or new 2023 Ram truck from Acre Automotive. Right now, choose from a big selection of new 2023 Jeep Cherokees, Grand Cherokees, Wranglers, Gladiators, or Wagoneers. Or if you're thinking truck, Acres have a nice selection of new 2023 Ram half-ton, 3/4-ton, and 1-ton trucks. See Kevin Milburn, Josh Camplain, Tony DiLoretto, or Dan Rubel at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, 1407 North Lincoln in Greensburg.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable, to record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gill and Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gill and Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
This is Michelle Gauk with Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. With over 30 years of experience in the car business, we know the key to success is providing superior customer service before and after the sale. At Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, service is not just a promise, it's a guarantee. We have a trained, low-pressure sales staff ready to serve you. We have a service department with Chrysler certified technicians with years of experience and all the latest diagnostic equipment. Service before and after the sale. Why go anywhere else? Please visit us at Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep or online 24 hours a day at BatesvilleChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
All right, back here at South Decatur High School, and Jim, you know what time it is, man. Friday Night Lights, nothing better.
Man, we're getting ready for the coin toss. I'm excited. Beautiful rendition of the national anthem. Zach, it's fun, man, and I enjoy this time of year. It's a fun time of year. I like it with the school stuff because, we go from football and we have a little bit of a break, then we go to basketball, and it just gets exciting. This time of school year, I just love it, man. Then you get into softball, you get into all the stuff, baseball, anybody might track if somebody's involved in that, but it's just fun to be a part of all of it, and it's a great program, great school, and I enjoy it, man. It's just a lot of fun. And I know you, growing up here, going to high school here and things like that, graduating from here, it means a little bit more to you too. As we're waiting to see here with the coin toss what's going on, we'll get the referee, the official, to signify. So, Clover, they won. They're going to receive. So that means South will be on defense, and we'll get the ball at halftime. That's good.
Yes, sir.
To me, I kind of always wanted that because that's something that they, it just makes it exciting, dude. You've been a part of it.
Yeah. And that's one thing you love as a coach when your opponent wants to receive the opening kickoff. So then you come out after halftime, talk all your kinks through, come out with a bang to start the second half.
Oh, yeah, and it's just exciting, man. It's a big night. It's homecoming tonight.
Yep.
It's there's a lot of fans here, which is totally awesome to see this place filled up and packed out a little bit.
Yeah.
And just a good crowd. Finally, man, again, it's just really exciting, and it's just exciting for everybody. So we'll get ready to go here, see how it's going to go. Cloverdale does kind of match up a little bit. It looked like when I was looking in some size, they got a couple big boys in there.
Looks like they got
a 290-pound boy.
Yeah.
That's a junior, so I'm sure he plays quite a bit. So we'll just see. Other than that, I don't know much about Cloverdale, to be honest. But it everybody tuning in here, everybody in the stands know exactly what their game plan is. Yeah.
Stop Corbin Johnson.
Yep. And that's what they're going to have to do. But then again, they can also, as long as Alex Myers and them are catching, man, they can go ahead. So, Zach, here we go, buddy. Take it away.
All right. Looks like we got McKinley Shook here to kick off here for the Cougars, and back deep for the Clovers. Can't really see their numbers, but kick is away by Shook. Taken in here by the Clovers, and it's bobbled. And he's trying to find a lane, and he's almost brought down, and he's finally brought down there by J.P. Scudder after about a 5-yard gain.
That's a big stop, too. You got it back far. I mean, you don't want him to bobble the ball like that, but, it's we've seen that happen a lot the other night, too, in the junior high game. So.
Yeah, and that's going to be the thing. It's like we said on the junior high game, it's weird seeing – it looks like they're moving in slow motion compared to watching varsity.
Yeah, and that's the thing, man. I mean, it just don't justify it. It just don't justify it. So Cloverdale will come out with the ball to start the first quarter. Only 24 seconds off the clock. So take it away, Zach.
So Cloverdale going to come out here in the shotgun, one back to the left of the right of the quarterback, and three receivers split over here to the left. We got a motion into the back, and it's a pitch here to one of the wide receivers, and it's a little trick play, and it's dropped.
Oh, my God.
He had green grass ahead of him, and J.P. Scudder was covering on the play there.
J.P. Scudder, though, looked a little slow on that. You know what I mean? He wasn't anticipating.
But that's the thing on those trick plays. You run that motion, and it sucks in your backers and your linemen, and then your corners are just left toast.
Yep. That was scary, man. That's not the way you want to come. And Cloverdale, man, they want to come in here. They want to run this night.
Yeah.
Any football team, when you go into someone else's home and homecoming, you want to try to run their night. So that'd be a big way to start it off.
Especially when they tell you it's a later start than 7.
Yep.
So 2nd down and 10 here for the Clovers. They're going to take it out from the gun, and it's going to be a quarterback keeper here. And he's wrestled down on the play by Isaac Gasper, number 80 here for the Cougars.
He wrapped him up, buddy.
He did. And that's a kid that he's not very big, but he's powerful, very powerful.
And that's the thing, man. That's what you need. It's a physicality part of it, and that's the important part.
And what I like too is on defense they move him around. Like that play there, they had him playing defensive end, and now he's out here playing middle linebacker.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the nice that makes it good when you can actually do it.
So Clover's here, 3rd and 9. Going to be a quarterback keeper again, and he's not going to get to the first down marker. And he's brought down by Corbin Johnson and Alex Myers, it looks like.
I'll tell you what, that dude had Areola by the back of his helmet. If anybody goes back and watches this game when he pulled him down. So it's going to be a physical game.
Absolutely. And these guys, they play in a conference with Lutheran and Triton Central, so they know physicality. So 4th and 6 here. Clovers are going to punt. It's away, back deep here for the Cougars. Alex Myers, but the ball takes a friendly Clover bounce here to the other side of the 50.
The punt by Tyson Bridges has no return.
So your Cougars are going to take over here 1st and 10.
1st and 10.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, you get to see the man, the myth,
beast.
the legend.
Let's see what he does, buddy. I'm excited. It's kind of hard. I know the camera's a little far away, which we can't get much closer, but he's number 2. He's not very tall, but, man, is he fast and is he solid.
And on the roster, Coach Martin has him listed 5'7", 175.
Yep, and he's solid.
He is solid. So McMurray here going to go from the gun. Johnson to his left. Right here, pitch. And it's a pitch to Corbin Johnson. First play. He's got blockers. He's got green grass ahead of him. And Corbin Johnson is going to take it all the way to the house. First possession of the game here for the Cougars.
And that's what you do. Listen, that's what you got to do. You come out. This is smash mouth football that we've talked about. And that's what you do. You come out first play and you do it.
Yep.
Because they're already anticipating. Show them what you got.
Absolutely.
And he did. I mean, he outran him, and that right there just proved everything.
Yeah.
So, folks, it's great, man.
And you know what, Jim? Right there, that he's already almost at half a century.
Yeah, exactly. Wow. I mean, South started on what?
About the
22?
No, it was about the 43.
43?
Yeah. McKinley Shook kicks the extra point. It's up and good. So your score here with 9:43 to go in the first, 9:53 to go in the first quarter here is South Decatur 7.
That's what you do, man. You got to come out just like that, force them to turn the ball over, and then once they turn that ball over, come right out first play, smash mouth, boom, 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 by the beast.
And you know what?
And
he had blockers.
Oh, he did all the way down. And kudos to them because they're the ones that helped set that up. So, I mean, we are talking a lot about Corbin. Now, I'm not going to take away from him, but he can't do that if he didn't have the blocks and the blockers.
Yep.
And good for them that there wasn't a flag because how many times you running down the field, if you could imagine in his position going, oh, God, please, no flag, no flag. Let me just get there.
And that's where I give Coach Martin and that just the line coaches telling these guys, hey, Corbin gets the ball. We got to bust our butts, get downfield, get blocked so he can get his touchdown.
And those are big shoes to fill because the kid's quick. So you got to be hustling.
Yeah.
And they were all down that field. So South jumps out to a 7-0 lead with 9:53 to go in the first quarter. So if you're just joining us, Cloverdale got the ball, turnover and 4 downs. South first possession. Corbin Johnson runs it. 57 yards for a touchdown, very first play, and 7-0, and here we are. McKinley Shook back to kick it off, and Zach, take it away, buddy.
All right, McKinley Shook here, going to kick off. We got 2 Clovers back deep, and it's caught there by Jackson Helton, and he is swung down, still trying to go. He
fumbled the ball. He fumbled it.
And
no way.
They're calling him down, it looks like.
They're calling him down back there, but
they're calling him
forward
down.
progress, there's no way.
Tell you
and
what.
They got to blow the whistle on that.
Tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, that was a heck of a play there by Tyler Bishop. Heck of a play. I mean, that kid was spinning and running around and everything else, and he finally brought him down, and obviously the ball came out after is what the officials said. So Cloverdale going to take over here. 1st and 10, ball in the 30. 9:49 to go here in the first quarter. Your Cougars are up 7-0.
And Zach, that was the right call, but there was no whistle.
I know.
What I mean, to stop it.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
So Clover's going to hand it off here to their back. And there's that man that we were just talking about that has a hurt knee, Ian Amrine. He makes the tackle after about a 1 or 2 yard gain there.
Running back, that's Levi Johnson for.
Tell you what, man, and these boys are pumped.
Yeah.
They're excited.
Yeah.
And that's exciting, man. It's just so exciting.
Brings up 2nd down and 8.
So 2nd down and 8,
And
9:24, go. Go ahead, Zach.
you know, it's just one of those things where, like, it's homecoming, especially for these seniors. Homecoming, it's a big thing. Senior night next week, obviously one of the biggest things of all the season. But it's just fun, me working here, being around the kids this whole week of homecoming.
Yeah. Cloverdale back in the shotgun. Handoff, runs up the middle, and he's stopped. Brought down by the Bishop brothers.
Levi Johnson again, the ball carrier.
Assisted by
Tackled on the play by
Tyler.
number 73, Toby Bishop.
But Toby was the one basically with it on, and I don't even know. Maybe Tyler didn't. He just might have pushed him down over, and he was just right there. So we'll see. That's a big stop. 3rd and 7.
So it looks like we got Colby Rathburn came into the game, number 30 here for the Cougars. He's playing outside linebacker with Ian Amrine playing middle, Corbin Johnson also playing middle. And Cloverdale is going to take it from the gun, and it's going to be a quarterback passes over there to the far side, and there's a hard lick by Owen Ariola there on the hard lick.
Ariola with that hit, buddy. My goodness.
That kid just caught the ball, and Owen was there.
Hit immediately and hard by number 6.
But I'm going to tell you right now, and the cool part about it is those were the hits we were seeing all the time the other night with Miles and Elin Phelps and them guys. And I'll tell you what, even Riker Martin, he plays quarterback, but on defense was stout. So they're back to punt it.
And it's a pretty decent one. No Cougars are back deep, and the ball is going to keep rolling down to about the 19.5 yard line. So we're going to take a quick break real quick, and we will be back.
Make this the summer event with a new 2023 Jeep or new 2023 Ram truck from Acre Automotive. Right now, choose from a big selection of new 2023 Jeep Cherokees, Grand Cherokees, Wranglers, Gladiators, or Wagoneers. Or if you're thinking truck, Acres have a nice selection of new 2023 Ram half-ton, 3/4 ton, and 1-ton trucks.
All right, back here at South Decatur High School. Your Cougars take over after the Clovers punt here, 1st and 10 from the 20. And it's a handoff here again to Corbin Johnson, and Corbin Johnson falls forward for about 4 to 5. So it's going to be about 2nd and 6, 2nd and 5.
Gains about 3
or 4 yards there. So 2nd down and 6. And I tell you what, I think the best bet's going to be running outside them tackles.
Oh, yeah, and that's what they're going to have to do. But you can't run every play because they're going to catch on super quick. So you literally run it up the middle a little bit, smash mouth.
McMurray going to take the snap from the gun here. He's got Alex Myers over the middle, and looked like it was almost intercepted.
Those are so dangerous, man. Gosh, and I ain't going to lie. Them passes always scare me because you know them hits are coming.
And passes like that, you don't really see many NFL quarterbacks throwing passes like that.
No.
Because that's a really tight window to get it to.
Yeah, and it just makes it tough, but I give it to them. They're trying different things, and we'll see how this goes right now because the ball's pretty much in the field, so it's to either side. So we'll see how they're going to come. I bet they're going to go to the far side of the field.
So 3rd and 6 here for the Cougars. McMurray going to take the snap from the gun here, and it's another pitch to Corbin Johnson. And Corbin Johnson's got some grass over here. He's got a blocker again.
Nope. Alex Myers going to get called for holding.
And we do have some laundry down on the field, it looks like.
Yeah. Alex was holding him. I mean, that's a good call. There it is.
Yep, holding. And, that it's one thing. It's hard when you're a receiver because you never know which lane your running back's going to take when you're blocking on the outside.
Right. And that's the thing. I mean, you are and you're trying, but that's part of it, man. I mean, that's just it. You got to learn from it because you can't do this.
Absolutely.
Because now you just shot it in the foot even more from where it was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You had a first down to now you're.
It's a 10-yard penalty from the spot.
So it looks like it's still about 3rd and 6.
Third down.
And I think it's 3rd and 8, 6. Oh, yeah, it would be.
So McMurray going to go from the gun here. He's going to drop back to pass. And he's got Alex
Oh, my,
Myers
no,
deep,
no,
and Owen Areola. And Owen Areola makes the catch.
Jalen McMurray complete to number 6, Owen Areola.
And, you know, that's a kid that
That reception good.
he deserves all that stuff, man. I mean, last year played 2 games, had his shoulder surgery, and now he's back out here on a vengeance for his senior year.
Yeah. So the Cougars got to hurry, man. The clock's ticking away. Under 20 seconds on the play clock. They're going to rush the line, get up there. They hadn't even made it all the way down the field where their huddle was from the ball.
So we got 1st and 10 here. Ball on the 40. And McMurray's going to hand off here to Corbin Johnson. And Corbin Johnson is going to get wrapped up at maybe the line of scrimmage.
Tackle made by number 31, Levi Johnson. Number 43.
And it looked like we had a little bit of a jumbo package there in the backfield. Had like 4 or 5 blockers back there for him, trying to
trying to get in, stop and do something. So let's go. So Cougars 2nd and 10 right now with the ball on the 40.
So we got McMurray from the gun here, Corbin Johnson to his left, 2 wide receivers to his left. A pitch here to Johnson on the far side.
Oh, he's up, still going.
And he's taken
out. I wasn't taken down. He was just pushed out.
Yeah,
you notice he didn't come down.
That carry good for a South
Tell you what,
Dakota
ladies and gentlemen,
down.
when you see this kid run, it's almost kind of like a Saquon Barkley, that he's got those really big legs because he's lifting all the time. And it's so hard to bring him down because when he lifts and his thigh muscles are just
he's solid. I mean, he's strong because once his feet start digging in, he uses them leg muscles, man. It's on, and that's the way it goes.
So 1st and 10 here for the Cougars, ball in the 27, and it's a handoff here again to Corbin Johnson, and Corbin Johnson fights forward for about
Corbin Johnson
2
on the carry. Tackle made by number 43,
about 2 or 3 on that play.
Hamilton.
So it's going to bring up about 2nd and 6.
I was just going to say there's 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Cougars are marching down the field using the time. It'd be great for them to put up another score right here, Zach.
Yeah. Yep.
And the thing is, we're going to see, and they're also going to see how much they wear down with running Corbin up the middle and the hits.
So
Bishop's
here going to have the handoff, and he tries to hurdle a Clover defender, but he grabs his leg. So a little change up there by the Cougar offense, a handoff there to Tyler Bishop.
And I don't disagree with that call. They mix it up a little bit, get somebody else the option to do it, and throw them off of it a little bit.
Absolutely. So 3rd and 3 here for the Cougars on the 24-yard line. Got just about 4:15 to go here in the first quarter, and it's a handoff here to Johnson again, and he gets the first down, it looks like.
Yep, ref over here saying first down.
Number 2, Corbin Johnson, the ball carrier. That carry good for a South Decatur first down.
I would, honestly, Jim, I'd probably say I think Corbin's probably about 80 yards already in the first quarter.
Oh, every bit. I mean, and that's big. That's huge. I mean, when you can do that, that's a big deal. I mean, and that's just the first quarter.
Yeah.
You got 3 more quarters to go.
His first play is a 57-yard touchdown.
Yeah.
So bobbled snap there, but it somehow works.
The world.
Quick hands by number 2.
Yeah, Johnson just got the bobble, and he still picked up 2 and 3 yards.
Tackle made by number 56, Jesse Carroll.
He's just one of those kids that's just got the dedication, the work ethic. He wants to be good.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, it's tough, but that's what you do. And then the effort you put in and the work you put in, it'll pay off. And it'll pay dividends, but you got to put that effort in. And it might take a minute before you see it.
Yeah.
But you don't give up. You keep going. You're going to have the repercussions of what you're having right now. So 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Take it away, Zach.
So Cougars here are going to go from a shotgun here and a give to Tyler Bishop again. And Tyler Bishop is going to fight forward here for about 3. About 3 yards there. So 3rd and 5. And the Cougars are ever so closely reaching the end zone, looking to score again here before time expires in the first quarter. And it looks like they're going to go here from the shotgun again with Corbin Johnson to Joe McMurray's left. And it's a handoff here to Corbin Johnson up the middle. And he fights forward again.
And if he didn't get the first down, it don't look like he did.
Number 2, Corbin Johnson on the carry.
I'll be surprised if they don't go with it. I'd be surprised, though, too, if they don't bring McKinley Shook in to try to kick a field goal. But I'll be shocked if they don't go for it.
So 4th and a long 4 from the 13. And you probably think that
they're going for it.
Probably think Cloverdale is going to hone in on the first down marker and try to not let him get there.
I wouldn't be shocked if they don't even try. A QB, how far are they? 2 yards?
4.
4, okay, never mind.
And it's a pitch Johnson. Here at the Johnson, and
he didn't make it.
Johnson, the ball carrier, run out of bounds by number 12.
He did not make it, so that's going to be a turnover on downs here. But you know, luckily for the Cougars, they got Cloverdale backed up on the 11-yard line,
and that's the thing, man. I mean, you literally, that's why you go for it. That way, if you pick first down up, you get 4 more downs. If you don't, you still got them back down, and they haven't made it across half field yet.
No,
in this quarter. So I mean, that's a plus. It's a win-win either way. I mean, yeah, it stinks if you don't get the first down to keep going to get the points on the board, but still not that bad.
Yeah,
you know, you're not giving it up in half the field. So
Cloverdale here going to take the snap from the gun. Quarterback's going to throw a little screen pass here to the far side of the field, and it's thrown at his receiver's feet, incomplete. And that's a hard thing to do, run a screen play when you're on the run to that side, because all your momentum's throwing that ball so fast that your receiver's got to hurry up and turn and look and make sure he doesn't get walloped as he's trying to catch the ball.
Yep, and that's the thing. I mean, it's tough. You said it. You just got it, and that's what makes this sport so fun. You know what I mean?
So Cloverdale here, 2nd and 10 from the 12. Going to do a quarterback rollout here, and he's got a guy, and it's almost intercepted by Owen Ariola.
Oh, dude, there's going to be roughing the passer.
Roughing the passer.
Roughing the passer is the call against the Cougars.
So it's going to move the Clovers up the field just a little bit.
The thing with that is, though, man, I mean, it's going to give them first down. And the thing is that you held them, and then you do a senseless 15-yard penalty, and you give them a first down and let them march down the field. Penalties will hurt you, and that's where these young fellas got to realize this. I know you're in the game. You're not thinking they might slip a move. You don't want them out of your grip, but do you want them out of your grip, or do you want to give up 15 yards when it was almost intercepted, play broken up?
Yep.
There's really no reason to hit it because he got it off. It was a solid pass.
Absolutely. You're exactly right. So Cloverdale, 1st and 10 from the 27 after that penalty. Going to go from the gun here. Got a motion man, and they hand it to the back, and he goes up for about 4 yards on the play. Tackled on the play by, looks like, Isaac Gasper and Ian Amrine. Tyler Bishop on that one.
Isaac Gasper. Gain of about 6 yards brings up 2nd down and 4.
And, you know, the defense is really playing well. They're not giving up too many big plays.
Right. And that's huge. I mean, it's not that they had. Defense has been solid, but one penalty will hurt you, and that's where you make your defense look good, but your penalties will really hurt bad.
So 2nd and 4 here for the Clovers, and they hand it off to the back, and he runs through Colby Rathburn, but he's brought down by Ian Amrine and Corbin Johnson.
That carry good for a Clover first down.
And
It's 1st and 10.
Colby just tried to lower his shoulder and tackle that kid, and that kid did the same thing, and Colby just bounced right off of him.
And that's, I mean, yeah, and that's, you got to go for him, dude. I don't care how big, or even like Corbin Johnson. The only way you're going to bring him down is go to his feet.
Yep.
And that's what you got to do, even something like that. Position yourself to the side, trip him up, do something. But you try to go high and you're smaller, you're going to bounce off, just like we saw happen.
So 1st and 10 here for the Clovers. Handoff here to the back again. Almost loses the ball, and he's brought down.
And that time, what did he do?
He went to the leg. That was
exactly
Colby
what we were
Rathburn.
talking about. Maybe he hurt his Zach. I don't know. But that's why you got to tackle him.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just
And that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. South Decatur leads Cloverdale 7-0. We're going to take a quick break. We will be back.
Sports are being brought to you in part by Chris Tebby with Hamilton and Tebby Law Office in Greensburg. Hamilton and Tebby specialize in business, estate, and family law, criminal defense, guardianships, wills, trusts, and more. Hamilton and Tebby Law Office is located at 117 South Broadway in Greensburg. If the ball's in your court, call 812-663-4082 about their legal services today.
Decatur County Recycling. Do you have a question about recycling?
How do I dispose of sharps? Can glass and plastic bottles be recycled? How do I dispose of tires and household hazardous waste? Is there somewhere I can take my recyclables? Those are questions for Decatur County Recycling. You can find more online at www.decaturcountysolidwaste.com. Decatur County Recycling, assisting the community in reducing the amount of material taken to the landfill.
Decatur County Recycling. Do you have...
Walters Tire services all of southeastern Indiana. And right now, through September 30th, you can get $200 back in rebate savings on the purchase of 4 select Goodyear or Kelly tires when you use your Goodyear credit card. Walters Tire at 220 West Main in Greensburg.
All right, back here at South Decatur High School for the start of the second quarter.
Thank our second quarter sponsor, Decatur County Memorial Hospital, for sponsoring us this evening.
So we flipped sides here, and the Clovers are going to go here on the opposite side of the field, and a handoff here to the running back, brought down on the play by Corbin Johnson, and maybe Tyler Bishop on that play.
Johnson, the ball carrier. Tackled by number 2, Corbin Johnson for your Cougars.
It's running slow, and there's been several opportunities, Zach, where South could have really done something as far as that, but then they were holding them on defense, could have had another opportunity this end of the field before the end of the quarter, but said there was a roughing the passer penalty, which hurt really bad. So,
and Toby Bishop there jumps off sides, so that's gonna push the ball forwards again. Gonna give them a first down here. So that's one of them killers, you know. It's 3rd and 4. You're looking to get that stop, and then you jump off sides, and there's that first down.
Yeah, and again, and those are 2 penalties, both of them that they've had, and they've both been by Toby Bishop on both of them. So I know he's fired up, man. I know it's a big night, but you got to settle down a little bit. So now fresh set of downs, just under 12 minutes in the second quarter, I'm sorry. Coverdale back hands it off, runs up the middle, and he's brought down by Tyler Bishop with some assistance from his own teammate, number 66.
Tell you what, though, I mean, these boys are.
About 6 brings up second down.
I don't know if you guys can really tell that are tuned in, but these Cloverdale kids are
pretty big. Yeah, they are.
And that it goes back to what I said earlier. I mean, they're in a conference with Indy Lutheran, Triton Central, Cecina, and Cascade.
Yeah.
So, you know, they have to be big boys.
Yep.
So the Clovers here, 2nd and 4. Quarterback's going to drop back to pass. Lets it go to nobody but the coach on the sidelines. So that's going to be incomplete.
You know, and like you were saying, I mean, you got them, and they're not always does a record coming in 2-3 or something, and South's 4-1 does it necessarily mean good things or bad things, but you can't base it off of that because that's, you know what I'm saying? That's it doesn't always mean anything. Depends on who you play and what you playing and how, you know, how they are, the toughness.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying South's schedule isn't tough, but they've had a lot tougher schedules in the past. But that's okay. Build the confidence of the players. It's what you need to do right now.
So Cloverdale going to go from the gun here. Quarterback's going to fake it to the sweep there and hand it to the running back. And it's good for a first down. So the Clovers are now marching down the field.
Continue to march 1st and 10 from the Cougar 31.
And that's the thing, man. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's play by play, yard by yard. And as long as you can keep picking up first downs, run the time off the clock, I mean, so it's going to happen. I don't know if it's South's wearing down and because they're running the ball straight at them, too.
Yeah.
I mean, Cloverdale ain't backing down. You know, they're running the ball hard.
And this is not like basketball. It's not a game of momentum. It's a game of physicality.
Absolutely.
So the Clovers are going to do a quarterback draw here, and the quarterback's going to fight forward for almost a first down there.
Number 10, Tayton Jackson.
So
on the keeper.
Got about 5. So
gains about 6, maybe 7 yards. Call it 2nd down and 4.
So 2nd and 4 here. And
timeout.
Timeout.
We're going to take this time here to thank our sponsors once again. Second quarter sponsor, Decatur County Memorial Hospital. Sports medicine care you can trust close by. We got Gillenhow Funeral Home, Acre Automotive Group, Buy Ride Auto, Decatur County Recycling, Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, Walters Tire, Hamilton Tebby and Law. Our chair block sponsors, Russ Huber Ford, Levenstein's Abbey Carpet, Fleetwood Chevrolet, and Fry's A&W.
Thank you to our sponsors tonight for sponsoring us and being able to be able to bring this to you. You know, it's amazing, man, because the momentum changed from the get-go. South come out, boom, boom. Stopped them on 3 straight plays. They punted the ball. South gets the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Corbin Johnson runs at 53 yards, 57 yards, whatever it was close to that for a touchdown. Then he's had some other. I mean, he's in the first quarter he had probably over 80 yards with a touchdown.
Yeah.
So, but it just, I think the physicality thing. Cloverdale's coming at him hard. I mean, they're, running the ball right at him too. So. And you got guys on our team, too, especially, I'm sure on the other side, too. You're playing both sides of the ball, so you're going to wear down that physicality of it.
Yep.
And that takes away when you can't switch everybody in and out and that kind of thing.
Right. So we got 2nd and 4 here for the Clovers. Quarterback going to go from the gun. He's got a motion man. And he fakes it to the motion man, gives it to his back, and he's brought down the backfield by
Corbin Johnson.
Corbin Johnson.
Immediately brought down by number 30, Colby Rathburn.
Or Colby Rathburn on that play.
Corbin Johnson.
That kid is Colby Rathburn is very athletic.
And we walked by him the other day, and I couldn't believe, Zach, how much he's grown.
Yeah.
That kid is really tall.
Oh, yeah.
He's grown a lot. And that's what makes it cool. These boys, they grow up so much. I mean, from one part of the summer to the next. You see them in baseball or you see them in basketball, and then they grow up, and it's like, good grief.
So 3rd and 7 here for the Clovers. Going to go from the gun here through receivers to the right. Quarterback's going to drop back to pass. He's got all the time in the pocket. Finally collapses, and he just takes off and scrambles, and he
Number 10, Tayton Jackson
to about the 12-yard line.
They got the first down. Man, and that's where they got to stop. South's got to stop them.
Yeah.
You don't want them to score and start this one. You're totally right when you're saying it's a game of physicality. But also, too, there's that little bit of momentum, that little bit that keeps them running down the field.
Yeah.
And now we've seen the momentum switch from the first part of the game and them stopping them to that. And it's really crazy, Zach, as you think about it. The momentum breaker was the roughing the passer.
Absolutely. Absolutely it was. There's no doubt about that. So Clovers, 1st and 10 from the 18. Quarterback's going to hand it here to the back. And he's going to fight forward for about 4. Tackled on the play there by Toby Bishop.
Number 8,
Yeah, he was. I mean, he was right there on him. You know, he did a little juke, but Toby Bishop was right there to stop him, and that's what's cool, man.
And defensive coaches always preach, when somebody's coming at you, break down. Don't stand straight up, break down, and that's what Toby did there.
And that's what you got to do. So we'll see. They're pushing the ball forward, though, Zach. That's a big deal here.
So first, second and 5 here for the Clovers, and the quarterback keeper, and he just
he slipped. He stayed in bounds too, Bubba.
He catches the grass monster.
Well, and that clock will keep running. That's plus. So they're backed up. We haven't really seen them do anything like as far as kicking wise or what they're going to do. But I'm sure they're going to go for it.
Absolutely, they will. So 3rd and 7 here for the Clovers. Quarterback going to go from the gun here, or back to his left, 3 receivers to his right. Gets the snap, drop back to pass, and incomplete. Looked like he was trying to throw it to the official there.
I know he hopped out of the way and jumped. But he did, you know what I mean? He did what he had to do, get out of the way, but that's the thing. So it's going to be interesting to see how this changes. You know, South needs a stop. Would be great right now, Zach. Yeah. South with a stop, and then they turn around, and then they march the ball back down the field and score before halftime. Because guess what? What happens after halftime in the third quarter?
They get the ball back.
They get the ball back, and now you've really switched that momentum. Now you're really doing what you need to do.
So the Clovers going for it on 4th and 7 here, and the quarterback's going to go from the gun, drop back to pass, lobs it deep in the end zone, and it's way out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. So there's that stop they needed, Jim.
Yeah, and that's positive, and that's what they got to do. That ball was just a little bit overthrown. He was trying to set it up over his shoulder, but those are tough throws. But he tried to set it up over his shoulder and didn't get it over through it, and it was actually out of bounds. And it was smart by Alex Meyer just stand there and throw his hands up as he's running out, not touching it, not even touching the receiver on that, which is good because you don't need a penalty in that sort of a play. So South will take over on the 18. 7 minutes to go in the first half. South Decatur up 7-0. They need a breakthrough on this. They need a breakthrough with Corbin somehow, some way, or a pass. We need something going our way. Hand it off to Johnson. He runs, cuts up the middle. He still takes two or three players to bring him down. And I think got a ball about 5 or 6 yards maybe on that one.
That makes me laugh on that play because they had Corbin in the air, and he brought himself back down, fought himself forward, and then those two guys had him down on the ground, and he was still rolling.
Well, he rolled over him. They were rolling with him because they were holding on to him, and he wasn't stopping. So about 15 seconds on the play clock. Game clock ticking down. We are about 6:32. They better hustle up here. South coming up real quick to the line. They ain't got much time. It's under 5 seconds
here. McMurray going to try to get the quick snap, and he gets it off. And he's got Owen Ariola down here, and it's intercepted by Cloverdale. And Tyler Bishop makes the touchdown-saving tackle. And that's one of them plays, you know, you can't really feel bad about that as a quarterback because that kid came from the middle of the field, and Owen was over here. He didn't have enough touch on it.
No, and that's what's, you know, that's what happens.
1st and 10.
So that's a big interception, but that kid.
13-yard line.
That kid he was tall.
Yeah.
I mean, he's big. Yeah. When I say big kid, he was tall, and he barely jumped off the ground.
6'4".
Yeah.
Drake Hoffa, 33. There was when they intercepted that, and that's hard to throw over 6'4". So Cloverdale going to take over here 1st and 10 from the 13. Going to go from the gun here. Hand off to the back, up the middle.
Number 31.
Right down on the play by Owen Ariola.
On the carry. Tripped up by number 6.
Things are getting physical. I don't know if you're noticing that, Zach, as we get a closer view of it. Those at home, it's hard to see, but the game's getting more physical. Players are getting a little fired up against each other. So we'll see how this takes effect and how much the referees are going to have, you know what I mean, control of it to stop it or put a stop to it. So 2nd and 8, ball on the 11. Cloverdale back in the shotgun. Ball sack. Quarterback has got it, drops back, being rushed, pops it over the end zone, and come on.
Flag down in the end zone. And to me, that just looked like
the kid tripped on his own feet.
He tripped on his own feet? Or
that's why I think it's referees going over. They need to flag that off. He tripped on his own feet when he was going across. And that's what you don't want, but that's what I think they're discussing is he tripped. He wasn't touched. Kid did a good job of making it look real, let's say that. But so we're going to see what they're going to do. Talking it over, and they're waving it off. He tripped it off. That's good.
And that was
like I said, I mean, anybody could go back and watch it on here. He tripped over his own feet. Yes, Alex was close to him, but he didn't touch him.
Alex was maybe about 3 yards off.
Now, I can see with that official over there looking back and seeing what it looked like. And you had the official over here on his backside who came over from this side and said, hey, no, he tripped on his feet.
Yeah.
And he had a better view from it, which, hey, Cooch, to the officials getting together and talking it over.
So 3rd and 8 here for the Clovers. Going to go from the gun here. Got a motion man. Give it to the back on the far side, and he's brought down.
Levi Johnson again on the carry.
Brought down after maybe about 3.
Tackle made by number 30, Colby Rathburn.
And Colby Rathburn there on that tackle there.
It is 4th down, Cougar fans. You're going to have to bring the noise again. 4th down and
So we got 4th and 4 here with the Clovers knocking on the door to score a touchdown on the 11-yard line. And we're going to see if maybe the Cougars get another stop here. And the Clovers are going to go here from the gun, 3 receivers to the right. And it's going to be a quarterback draw up the middle, and he takes a shot there by Alex Myers.
Now, let me tell you what makes me mad about that right there. He was running forward, Zach. He come back right there on it like a progress, and then they pushed him. He went in the end zone, they let it go. Now, earlier, they let that one go against South. It could have been a fumble recovery on the same type of play. And I don't necessarily agree with that, but nevertheless, it's 7-6. They're going to come out. Cloverdale is going to try to kick the extra point, and we'll see how that works for them. Ball's back, kicks up, and it is good. So we're all tied up 7-7 with 4:46 to go in the first half. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
46 seconds left.
Make this the summer event with a new 2023 Jeep or new 2023 Ram truck from Acre Automotive. Right now, choose from a big selection of new 2023 Jeep Cherokees, Grand Cherokees, Wranglers, Gladiators, or Wagoneers. Or if you're thinking truck, Acres have a nice selection of new 2023 Ram half-ton, 3/4-ton, and 1-ton trucks. See Kevin Milburn, Josh Camplain, Tony DiLoretto, or Dan Rubel at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, 1407 North Lincoln in Greensburg.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable, to record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
All right, back here at South Decatur High School. Tied ball game, 4:46 to go here in the second quarter. And kicking off here for Cloverdale is number 10, Tayton Jackson. And returning here for the Cougars, 30, Colby Rathburn, and 6, Owen Ariola. And it's taken in there by, it looks like, Alex Meyer. No, that is Toby Bishop.
Tyler,
yes.
Yeah, sorry, I saw the 11, but I saw Toby walking all the way over here on this side. I'm like, man, he was quick, buddy. But that was good. That was good. Good reception on that one.
So Cougars are going to take over here on the 47, 1st and 10.
1st and 10, South Decatur, ball on the 43-yard line.
So Cougars are looking to score here, give themselves some momentum going into the half. And, you know.
They need to.
Yes.
Need to score here, run some time off clock, score, hold them, and then come back out and put some more points up.
So Cougars going to go from the gun here. McMurray going to take the snap here. And he's going to hand it off here to Owen Ariola. Owen Ariola breaks free. He's got some green grass ahead of him, and he's fought down here on the close side.
Tackled on the play by number 34, Carson Calkins.
Gets about 5 yards on the play there. So that's going to bring up.
Gains about 7 yards on the carry and brings up second down and 3.
So 2nd and 3 here. And it looked like Owen got taken down in the backfield, but he fought through that tackle.
And that's what you got to do. And it's good to give Freeze Corbin up to even do some blocking.
Yeah.
You know, and whatever needs to be done. You're not just straight dependent on him. But the thing is that kid will last all game. So we still got another half to play. So we'll see what he's going to do.
McMurray going to drop back to pass here. And he's got Owen Ariola deep, and it's almost intercepted. And Owen Ariola had to play kind of corner there to knock it out.
Broken up on the play by number 12, Tyson Bridges for the Clovers. And it's 3rd down and 3 for your Cougars.
Yeah, it's turned into a better contest than what it looked like it was going to be in the beginning.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Because in the beginning, it looked like it was going to be running straight away with South Decatur. But that's okay. I like the battle. I like a hard-fought battle to win.
So Cougars 3rd and 3 here. Going to go from the gun. Give here to Corbin Johnson on the close side. Corbin Johnson's got some blockers.
Oh, my goodness.
And he just hurdles somebody there.
Corbin Johnson, the ball carrier, ridden out of bounds by number 4.
That was a big run. That's what they need. You know, just push it through. It ain't always got to be a 40-yard run or 30-yard run. The nice thing is it's
ball on the Clovers 38-yard line.
It's got to be, you know, just what you can take, but you got to push it through. You got to be solid. You got to keep manhandling. You know what I mean? And if you said it earlier, Zach, it's when the physicality of the game, when you can keep pushing when the other ones can't because they're beat up, battered, and bruised. You know, that's what it takes, man.
Yep. So 1st and 10 here for the Cougars. Handoff here, getting to Corbin Johnson. He fights
number 2, Corbin Johnson,
for about 4. So that's going to be
made by number 31.
Going to bring up second about 6.
And this is what you need to do. You just need to take the time off the clock, Zach, and let them, you know what I mean? Don't give them an opportunity. Even if you get down here and you can't do nothing, at least you got them down here on this end of the field and you get the ball at the beginning of the second half.
Yeah.
You just got to keep moving that ball down and pushing it down field.
So 2nd and 7 here for the Cougars, ball on the 35. McMurray fakes the pitch there and almost intercepted there again. But Alex Myers did try to catch it on the backside of that tip and almost had it, and he'd have had a touchdown.
But those are dangerous passes when he's already picked you off one time.
Yes.
You got to, you know, I mean, not taking away from it that they can't keep doing those passes, but those are dangerous passes. You do not want him to catch the ball and run it down for a touchdown right before halftime.
Yes, and you know, it goes back to the thing, if you're playing wide receiver and there's a pass like that around the corner, you have to almost play corner while you're playing wide receiver.
Yeah.
So handoff here to Corbin Johnson. Corbin Johnson's got some green grass, and he steps out of bounds after he picks up the first down. So it's going to be
that carry good for a South Decatur first down.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 here
1st and 10
for the Cougars. And like we said earlier, Jim, they're marching down the field, but you don't want to take too much time.
But I like their clock controlling aspect. Yep. I mean, you're doing fine now. The clock's still ticking away. You did go out of bounds, stop the clock. Go ahead and keep doing it. But when you get down to about that minute 30,
yep,
that's where it's going to start counting. You can't. You got to get the ball in and do something, some sort of points on the board. So
a fake pitch there to Corbin Johnson and a handoff there to Owen Ariola, and he's taken down in the backfield. So that's it's about a loss of 1. So it's going to be 2nd and 11.
Loss of a yard on the play brings up 2nd down.
But that's all right. Again, let the clock go. You got time. That's good clock management. This is what you need to do.
So 2nd and 11 here from the 24 for the Cougars. 2:20 left to go here in the first half. And it's going to be a handoff here to Corbin Johnson again, and he fights forward.
Fumbled it. Oh, he was down. He was down. He was down. Good.
Yep. And I don't know if you guys can see it that are tuned in here, but Corbin Johnson, being a leader right there, he puts his arm in the back of his big fellas and says, "Go."
Yep. And they did well. They blocked for him, and he got him some more yards, which is good. And that's what you got to do. That's the movement.
6 on the play brings up 3rd down and a long 5 for the Cougars.
So looks like we got a timeout here for the Cougars. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be back.
Walters Tire services all of southeastern Indiana. And right now, through September 30th, you can get $200 back in rebate savings on the purchase of 4 select Goodyear or Kelly tires when you use your Goodyear credit card. Walters Tire at 220 West Main in Greensburg. Make this the summer event with a new 2023 Jeep or new 2023 Ram truck from Acre Automotive. Right now, choose from a big selection of new 2023 Jeep Cherokees, Grand Cherokees, Wranglers, Gladiators, or Wagoneers. Or if you're thinking truck, Acres have a nice selection of new 2023 Ram half-ton, 3/4-ton, and 1-ton trucks. See Kevin Milburn, Josh Camplain, Tony DiLoretto, or Dan Rubel at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, 1407 North Lincoln in Greensburg.
All right, welcome back to South Decatur High School. 1:44 to go in the first half, all tied up. South Decatur does have the ball on the 24-yard line. It's 3rd and 5. We'll see what they'll do here. Again, I don't know. I don't know if you go for it or you even try. Dude, it's tied up. Maybe try and let McKinley Shook kick it. He can kick it.
He was a soccer player, so absolutely, he's got the leg. McMurray going to hand it off here to Corbin Johnson. Corbin Johnson.
Whoa.
Corbin Johnson, the ball carrier.
Oh, they're going to give it to him. Look at that.
They're going to give him the first down.
Tackle made by number 77, Corey Brandon.
So,
that carry good for a
if you're a Cougar fan,
first down.
This is exactly what you want. 137. Corbin got tackled inbounds, and you're looking to score, and you get the ball back to start the second half.
But here's where the clock management comes in.
Yep.
Here's where it comes in. Because the clock's ticking away. You got, it's first down, but you're running against clock.
Yep.
You got to hustle, or you use some timeouts here. Try to put some points on the board no matter what.
So McMurray going to hand off here to Tyler Bishop. Tyler Bishop gets upended.
Number 11, Tyler Bishop, the ball carrier.
Going to be about a gain of 5.
Number 55.
So clock's ticking. 55 seconds to go here in the first half. And this, you see McMurray there hustling. They want to score.
5 yards on the carry, 2nd down and 5.
So 2nd and 5 from the 14, knocking on the door. And you almost think it's going to be a handoff here to Corbin Johnson.
No.
It's going to be handoff here to Tyler Bishop. Tyler Bishop, he's going to keep fighting. And he's finally brought down.
Tyler Bishop on the carry.
And we got
South is going to call a timeout, I think.
I see the official looking over here, but
it's timeout. They just gave
timeout. So Coach Martin here is going to call that timeout with 28.4 to go here in the second quarter, all tied up at 7 apiece. And, like you said just a few minutes ago, it's got to go back to the clock management, and that was a smart timeout.
Well, and that's what we were saying earlier. You got the ball down here. Now it's 3rd and 3. Still, everything's going in your direction. But what do they got? 1 timeout left, I think?
I believe so.
So with 1 timeout left, you're going to have to, here on this, you get the first down. Maybe let a little bit of time, and you're going to look for one player, try to kick a field goal, whatever you think is going to work in your favor.
Yep.
Now, running it up the middle hasn't really worked in their favor as well. Right now, they're still punching, smash mouthing it in there, but it's not into their favor.
Well, look at this, Jim. We're running a Wildcat formation.
Oh, wow.
McMurray's out here playing wide receiver.
Let's see what happens. Take it away, buddy.
So Corbin Johnson going to take the snap here for the Cougars from the Wildcat. And he's going to get it. And he's taking it down.
He's going to have the first down.
He's got the first down. So
they'll stop the clock to get everything set, and then it'll start up unless they're calling a timeout again.
Calling number 10, Peyton Jackson.
So we got another timeout here. So you can tell desperately Coach Martin wants to score. He wants that momentum going into the second half.
We got a timeout for your Cougars. It will come back. First and goal.
I like the Wildcat play. I like how they did that. I think it set it up. And look what he did. And he cut up and ran it in the middle. They were going the other side. I like that. You're running out of time. And you got 21.9. Now's when you need to be doing something.
Yeah. And that was a good play by Corbin. He got the first down, so that at least stopped it to where they can get everything where they need.
Yeah.
But then the clock's going to start going again.
Right.
But they desperately want to score here, and I can't say I blame them. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have first and goal here. So, looks like everybody's going to pack in here for the Clovers. Going to pack in inside the tackles. And it's going to be a fumble. And it's picked up by the Clovers. And Corbin Johnson is not going to run him down. And the Clovers are going to take it all the way back for a touchdown.
Touchdown, Clovers.
So that's not the way you wanted that sequence to transpire.
Clovers picked the ball up somewhere around the 14-yard line, and it's a run back for a touchdown.
You know, that it sucks. But again, you do get the ball to start the second half. So hopefully, you know, things can that play can just boil out of their heads and they can move on. Because you got 5.
Oh, it got blocked.
Point after is blocked.
They blocked that.
Number 11,
Tyler Bishop got through there, dude.
5.1 on the
So
first half
5.1 to go here in the first half. The Clovers now lead 13-7.
Now listen though, you got to regroup, go to halftime, come back, and you put points up, and you take the lead. You come back with 7, you take the lead. I mean, that's what you got to do.
My thing is, when I played football and something like that would happen, I would tell myself, I come out and play mad. I come out and play mad. Like, I want this to happen like this. I'm not going to settle for less. You know what I mean?
And the thing is these guys can't hang their head. All right, yes, that stinks, and that play happened, but you got to regroup. It's on the scoreboard, buddy. It's in the past.
Yeah.
But you can fix it, and that's what they got to figure out. They got to fix this and make it right. And that's what really stinks. I mean, you can already tell they're hanging their head. Quit. I mean, that's not the way. You don't do that in football. Let's go.
What's that thing you always tell all your softball players?
Give them 3 seconds, man. You got 3 seconds to think about, and you let it go. And in that 3 seconds, what you should be thinking about is what you can do to fix it, and then let it go. And you have to. The 3-second rule, man, I'm adamant about it, and that's for any sport. You got to let it go. What you got to do is realize what was done wrong there, how the fumble happened, and know the next time and fix it if you're in that situation or any situation again.
So, kicking off here for the Clovers, number 61 back deep here, Kobe Rathburn and Owen Ariola. Owen Ariola is going to get it here, and he's got some room, but he's taken down inbounds, and that's going to take us to the zeros on the game clock here to end the first half. So the Cougars are down on the scoreboard 13-7 to start the second half.
I will say this too, it's homecoming. We'll come back and talk a little bit, but we'll let you, those of you at home, if you want to watch it, we'll have it on here, and we will have the homecoming part of it too. So we'll be right back right after this.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable, to record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
This is Michelle Galk with Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. With over 30 years of experience in the car business, we know the key to success is providing superior customer service before and after the sale. At Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, service is not just a promise, it's a guarantee. We have a trained, low-pressure sales staff ready to serve you. We have a service department with Chrysler-certified technicians with years of experience and all the latest diagnostic equipment. Service before and after the sale. Why go anywhere else? Please visit us at Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep or online 24 hours a day at BatesvilleChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
Sports are being brought to you in part by Chris Tebby with Hamilton and Tebby Law Office in Greensburg. Hamilton and Tebby specialize in business, estate, and family law, criminal defense, guardianships, wills, trusts, and more. Hamilton and Tebby Law Office is located at 117 South Broadway in Greensburg. If the ball's in your court, call 812-663-4082 about their legal services today.
Striving to be the best in the classroom or in their sport makes up a student athlete. Buy-Right Auto has the same goals. Treating our guests to the best buying experience is the goal line. Beat the buzzer and come to Greensburg's used car superstore, Buy-Right Auto, 920 North Michigan Avenue. Experience the great service from our team. Can't make it in? Call in your play to 812-662-9922. Buy-Right Auto, Greensburg's used car superstore.
Decatur County Recycling. Do you have a question about recycling?
How do I dispose of sharps? Can glass and plastic bottles be recycled? How do I dispose of tires and household hazardous waste? Is there somewhere I can take my recyclables? Those are questions for Decatur County Recycling. You can find more online at www.decaturcountysolidwaste.com. Decatur County Recycling, assisting the community in reducing the amount of material taken to the landfill.
Walters Tire services all of southeastern Indiana. And right now, through September 30th, you can get $200 back in rebate savings on the purchase of 4 select Goodyear or Kelly tires when you use your Goodyear credit card. Walters Tire at 220 West Main in Greensburg.
All right, welcome back here to South Decatur High School. At this time, we are going to leave a mic on and let you guys at home listen to the homecoming court and see who gets announced as the king and queen. So without further ado, I will leave the headset on and you guys can have a listen.
Let's give these two ladies a round of applause for their combined 56 years of service and dedication to South Decatur High School. I would like to introduce the 2022 King and Queen Dale Peters and Selma Smith. Dale is now a freshman at Marian University, pursuing the degree in exercise science with a minor in communications. Selma is continuing her studies as a freshman at Ivy Tech Columbus, studying in dental hygiene. They are accompanied tonight by student council sponsors Miss Galt and Mrs. Gaskell. Our first candidate for junior high princess is 7th grader Tegan Pittman, daughter of Amber and Corey Smith and Douglas Pittman. She plays volleyball, basketball, and runs track. Tegan is also on the junior high cheer squad, is a member of FFA and FCA. Last year, she was on the AV Honor Roll and received the Positive Attitude Award for basketball. Outside of school, Tegan plays club volleyball for Havoc. Her escort tonight is Prince candidate Brody Bolton, son of Mason and Casey Bolton. Brody plays football and is a member of student council. He attends Westport Baptist Church. Our next candidate from the 7th grade is Brinkley Orton, daughter of Jed and Allison Orton. Brinkley participates in volleyball and basketball. She is also a cheerleader. She is escorted tonight by Prince candidate Peyton Bear, son of Andrew and Abby Bear, and Caitlin McCleary, and Nick Thornton. He enjoys playing football. Representing the 8th grade as a junior high princess candidate is Lainey Amron, daughter of Greg and Brandy Amron. Lainey participates in volleyball, softball, cheer, and FFA. Her escort this evening is Miles Wall, son of Josh and Tiffany Wall. Miles plays football, basketball, and baseball. He is also a member of the junior high band. Last season, he received the Cougar Mentality Award for MVP in basketball.
Our final candidate for the junior high princess is 8th grader Jocelyn Collins, daughter of Brian and Amber Collins. Jocelyn plays volleyball, basketball, and softball. Last year, she was on honor roll and received the Most Improved Player Award for basketball. She's escorted tonight by Prince candidate Darian Grissom, son of Danielle Allen and Tyler Grissom. Darian enjoys playing soccer.
And now, to crown the winners. Now we will crown the winners. The 2023 Junior High Prince is Darian Grissom.
And the 2023 Junior High Princess is Jocelyn Collins.
Congratulations to South Decatur's new junior high royalty.
Continuing with our homecoming court, next are freshman class representatives, Lila Clark and Michael Nobby. Lila is the daughter of Amy and Lonnie Lacey. She participates in cheer, FCA, and Key Club. Michael is the son of Kevin and Jennifer Nobby. He is a member of SAD, FFA, Student Council, Key Club, and FCA.
The sophomore class has chosen Lainey Melton and Rylan Sessions as the representatives. Lainey is the daughter of Elena Hampton and Jen Melton. She participates in basketball and track and field. She is also a member of Junior Honor Society and Key Club. Rylan is the son of Robert and Megan Sessions. He enjoys playing baseball for South Decatur and outside of school.
Representing the junior class tonight is Fenna Youths, escorted by Cameron Benson. Fenna is the daughter of Wolfgang and Anya Youths. She is a foreign exchange student this year from Germany. Her host parents are Anthony and Cindy Eagle King. Fenna is on the cheer squad and enjoys tumbling. Cameron is the son of Bobby Joe and Richard Farr. He is a new student this year, transferring from Greensburg. At his previous school, Cameron was a member of the track and field team and earned many trophies and medals. He enjoys fishing and recently caught a 4-foot alligator on a trip to Texas.
And now, for the senior class of 2024. Our first queen candidate is Adriana Areola, daughter of Jamie Miney. Anna is the class president, president of National Honor Society, president of SAD, vice president of Student Council, and vice president of Key Club. She is also a member of Health Occupation Students of America, Drama Club, and Spellbowl. Anna's achievements last year include top 5 junior and top 5 state finals for HOSA in medical terminology. Her future plans are to attend Indiana University to pursue a career in radiography.
Adriana is escorted this evening by King candidate Ty Johnson, the son of Walt and Debbie Johnson. Ty is a member of FCA, Peer Helping, and is the treasurer for Student Council. Outside of school, he enjoys hunting, fishing, and trapping. After graduating high school, Ty plans to work in construction.
Our next queen candidate is Kate Hamilton, daughter of Dale and Susan Hamilton. Kate is actively involved in FFA and is a member of the National Honor Society. Her awards include National Qualifier in Horse and Pony and several state qualifications in both crops and livestock judging. She is also a 2-time cross-country solo regional qualifier. Outside of school, Kate is involved in 4-H and travel volleyball. Her future plans are to attend IUPUC and study business.
Her escort this evening is Jansen McDonald, son of Daniel and Christy McDonald. Jansen is currently involved in FFA. He had previously participated in tennis as a freshman, tennis and wrestling as a sophomore, and baseball as a junior. He received the Mental Attitude Award for baseball and was a member of the conference champions team. Jansen enjoys hunting, fishing, kayaking, golfing, and horseback riding in his free time. He also participates in car shows with the Corvette. Upon graduating, he plans to become an electrician.
Our third queen candidate is Molly Eden, daughter of Matt and Amanda Eden. Molly plays volleyball, basketball, and softball. She is also a member of SAD, Key Club, and Pure Helping. She was awarded both All-Conference and MVP for the 2022-2023 season of softball. She is a previous Be the Wall recipient for the Community Action Coalition. Outside of school, Molly spends her time working or fishing. Her future plans are to attend IU Columbus and become a paramedic.
Molly's escort this evening is Devin Pate, son of Gina Pate and Francis Pate. Devin plays baseball and is a member of FFA and Pure Helping. He has been the recipient of All-Conference for baseball 3 times and was named Honorable All-State. He enjoys fishing, hunting, or playing baseball or slow-pitch softball in his free time. He is currently undecided about his future plans.
Our fourth and final queen candidate is Braylee Sundel, daughter of Chris and Stacy Sundel. She is a member of National Honor Society, Key Club, FCA, SAD, HOSA, Pure Helping, Spirit Club, and the Cougar Lunch Club. Braylee is serving as the president of Student Council this year. She is also on the basketball, cross-country, and track teams. She was named All-Conference in the 4x1 and 4x4, and the team was back-to-back conference champions. Braylee was a 4x1 regional qualifier as well. She was also a regional qualifier for cross-country her sophomore year. Last year, Braylee was named to the all-sectional team for basketball. Outside of school, she actively participates in 4-H. After graduation, Braylee continues her education by majoring in mechanical engineering.
Braylee is escorted this evening by Jacob Scruggs, son of John and Heather Scruggs. Jacob is serving as FCA president this year and is a member of Spellpool. Jacob is a 4-year varsity basketball player. He was selected as Decatur County's Optimist Youth of the Month recently and is this year's Community Action Coalition's Be the Wall representative for South Decatur. He is also named Mid-Hoosier All-Conference as a sophomore and a junior. Outside of school, Jacob enjoys spending time with his family and playing frisbee golf. After graduation, he plans to play basketball, but he hasn't made his final decision as to where yet.
Now, it's time for the crowning of South Decatur's Homecoming King.
The 2023 Homecoming King is Jacob Scruggs. Now, for the crowning of South Decatur's Homecoming Queen, the 2023 Homecoming Queen is Molly Eden.
Congratulations to our new senior royalty.
We hope everyone has a great night, and go Cougars!
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable, to record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
This is Michelle Galk with Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. With over 30 years of experience in the car business, we know the key to success is providing superior customer service before and after the sale. At Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, service is not just a promise, it's a guarantee. We have a trained, low-pressure sales staff ready to serve you. We have a service department with Chrysler-certified technicians with years of experience and all the latest diagnostic equipment. Service before and after the sale. Why go anywhere else? Please visit us at Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep or online 24 hours a day at BatesvilleChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
Wow. Somebody just come up in the stands with some food is all I got to say. And that's a whole bottom bag of chips or something is a taco salad.
That's what you call for real walking taco.
Dude, that's big. I'm sorry everybody at home, but I'm just saying I don't think I've ever seen a taco salad that you can buy like that big. Wow. Anyway, so welcome back. We are at halftime here. Congratulations to Molly Eden and Jacob Scruggs for winning Homecoming King and Queen. Kind of cool. I was telling them out there, you got two of the most not most, but they are really athletic kids involved and win. And kudos to them both. That's great. Yep. I get the opportunity to help and coach Molly in softball and have for years, and had the opportunity through radio to get to know Jacob. Both of them great kids, and congratulations to both of them. That was really cool. So now back to football, buddy. Wow. Momentum changed. South down, had the ball down. They come out, busting through. He's playing smash mouth football, but then it just kind of died off a little bit. I think Cloverdale got him, but South was wearing down a little bit. But I think what really changed the momentum of the game was when South had an incomplete pass on third down, and Toby Bishop gets called for roughing the passer.
Yep.
Then he comes down on the same drive, gets an offside penalty when it was 3rd and 4, and gave him the first down.
Yeah.
And they did stop him, but then you fumble the ball down here, and they pick it up and run. McMurray has thrown for 1 interception, almost a pick 6 that they stopped and held him. But South has definitely got to come out and score right now. You got to come out, score, and take the lead. And then you got to come back and play defense and hold them and then go from there. If you allow them to come out, it's just like basketball, and I've always said it. You're going to hear me say it 1,000 times in basketball. Whoever comes out and wins the first 4 minutes of that third quarter is going to be the one to win the game.
Yep.
The third quarter, I don't care if you're up by 20.
Yep.
I don't care if you're up by 5. The first 4 minutes of the third quarter will dictate how that game's going to be played, and it goes. And it's the same thing out here. Whoever comes out, especially if you're the down team or the team that's under, and right now you come out, you better come out and you better put points on, because if you don't give them an opportunity, because they're going in with momentum right now. They're going in with momentum. And they're coming out with momentum because they're leading at halftime of your opponent's field, and it's homecoming. Tonight's game and next week's game are 2 big games.
Yep.
That as a player, as a senior, it's your last game to be played on that field. These are big games that you want to do and want to come out and play your best. You know this. You played the sports, and you play basketball and football, so you know this. But I think South's got to come out, and they got to play smash mouth right now.
Yeah.
And they got to pull energy, and they got to pull their physicality out of somewhere. Even if they don't have it, they need to find it, and they need to pull it out and get and put that into play. And if they don't, Zach, it's not going to be a good thing, because I promise you're going to see, yes, the game changes in football, and I get that. But I'm telling you, from what we've seen in this first half, that momentum is going to go whoever comes out right here. And really, I'll be honest with you, basically scores, because you think about it. Whoever scores next is how the game's going to go. If South scores, they can go up by 1. But if Cloverdale scores, they're going up by 13.
Yep.
You just dug a deeper hole.
Yep.
So I think really whoever scores on this next time is how this game is really going to go, and we're going to see.
Yep. And, Coach Martin, he's really good at making adjustments. And, that fumble there to end the half, you got to shake that off.
Oh, you have to. Absolutely.
Because you still have 24 minutes to play. And if you can dictate the first 4 minutes of that 24 minutes, then momentum could swing your way and things could start going right. You just have to limit yourself to the penalties, offensively and defensively. You have to really buckle down on third down and make sure you keep them in front of you, not let anybody behind you play the sticks. Don't let them get that first down at all.
You're absolutely right. Real quick before we come back, I do want to take this time to thank our halftime sponsor, Stone's Farm Service. Thank you for sponsoring us. Lots to bring you the homecoming ceremony tonight, as well as this broadcast helping out. We do appreciate that. Third quarter sponsor, I do not have it written down. Who is that? That's Kinley.
I think that's Kennelly and Daughters.
Kennelly and Daughters.
Yep.
So Kennelly and Daughters, we want to thank you for sponsors for third quarter, taking on that responsibility and coming on board. We'd also like to thank our platinum sponsors, Gillen and Howe Funeral Home, Acre Automotive Group, Buy Right Auto, Decatur County Recycling, Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, Walters Tire, Hamilton Tebby Law Office. Cheer Block, Russ Huber Ford, Levenstein's Abbey Carbon, Fleetwood Chevrolet, and Fry's A&W. Man, I think you said it too, Zach, and I'll be honest with you, I didn't realize their conference and who they play.
Yeah.
Until you said that. They play in a tough conference, so coming in with a 2-3 record in the games you've lost doesn't mean anything.
Yep.
Yes, you're still 1A like South Decatur is, but you're playing up in Indy and you're playing these more physical schools. And you look, this has been one of the bigger teams that's had a little bit more players than what we've played against and seen, with the exception of North Decatur.
Yeah.
So I think it's a big deal. South still, with 28 seconds, is still not out here on the field, so we'll see how this is going to go. But we'll go ahead and take another break. We'll come back and get the second half going here. Again, at halftime here at South Decatur High School, Cloverdale 13, South Decatur 7.
Make this the summer event with a new 2023 Jeep or new 2023 Ram truck from Acre Automotive. Right now, choose from a big selection of new 2023 Jeep Cherokees, Grand Cherokees, Wranglers, Gladiators, or Wagoneers. Or if you're thinking truck, Acres have a nice selection of new 2023 Ram half-ton, 3/4 ton, and 1-ton trucks. See Kevin Milburn, Josh Camplain, Tony DiLoretto, or Dan Rubel at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, 1407 North Lincoln in Greensburg.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable, to record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
This is Michelle Galk with Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. With over 30 years of experience in the car business, we know the key to success is providing superior customer service before and after the sale. At Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, service is not just a promise, it's a guarantee. We have a trained, low-pressure sales staff ready to serve you. We have a service department with Chrysler-certified technicians with years of experience and all the latest diagnostic equipment. Service before and after the sale. Why go anywhere else? Please visit us at Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep or online 24 hours a day at BatesvilleChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
Sports are being brought to you in part by Chris Tebby with Hamilton and Tebby Law Office in Greensburg. Hamilton and Tebby specialize in business, estate, and family law, criminal defense, guardianships, wills, trusts, and more. Hamilton and Tebby Law Office is located at 117 South Broadway in Greensburg. If the ball's in your court, call 812-663-4082 about their legal services today.
Striving to be the best in the classroom or in their sport makes up a student athlete. Buy Right Auto has the same goals. Treating our guests to the best buying experience is the goal line. Beat the buzzer and come to Greensburg's used car superstore, Buy Right Auto, 920 North Michigan Avenue. Experience the great service from our team. Can't make it in? Call in your play to 812-662-9922. Buy Right Auto, Greensburg's used car superstore.
Decatur County Recycling. Do you have a question about recycling?
How do I dispose of sharps? Can glass and plastic bottles be recycled? How do I dispose of tires and household hazardous waste? Is there somewhere I can take my recyclables? Those are questions for Decatur County Recycling. You can find more online at www.decaturcountysolidwaste.com. Decatur County Recycling, assisting the community in reducing the amount of material taken to the landfill.
Walters Tire services all of southeastern Indiana. And right now, through September 30th, you can get $200 back in rebate savings on the purchase of 4 select Goodyear or Kelly tires when you use your Goodyear credit card. Walters Tire at 220 West Main in Greensburg.
All right, welcome back here to South Decatur High School. We're with 10 seconds. We're going to start this second half. Scores 13-7. So, man, I don't know, Zach. It's not that I'm at a loss of words. It's just I think South went into the halftime. They know what they got to do, and they got to do it.
Mm-hmm.
and there's no way around it. And you're getting the ball now. You got to make the plays. You got to be crisp. You can't have fumbles. You can't have interceptions. You can't have flags. You can't have, holding calls and penalties, period. You got to make the plays count. You need to score the points, and you need to do what you got to do. Yep. Because, again, I'm telling you, I really feel whoever scores first in this half is going to be who's going to win this game.
Absolutely.
And I could be wrong, and hey, listen, if it goes the other way, I hope I'm really wrong.
So, South Decatur here going to get the kick for the second half. And
not a good kick
it's
at all.
It's going to go out of bounds.
So get the ball at the 40-yard line.
Travels out of bounds by Rule. Cougars will get the football. 1st and 10. Ball on the 35-yard line.
Oh, that's right. They do 35.
So now, like we said, first 4 minutes.
And I mean that. I think you're really going to have to watch. They're going to have to come out. Now they got good field position, Zach. They need to come out and play the game like they know. They need to do what they got to do.
So 1st and 10 here for the Cougars on the 35. Handoff here to Corbin Johnson. And
number 2, Corbin Johnson.
Just from that run right there, I can tell he's not very happy.
No. And I think the bad part that's going to hurt South, they mentally got to stay in this game.
Yep.
You can't let them get under your skin. You can't let them do that.
So second and 3 here from the 42. McMurray going to take the snap from the gun. Handoff here to Corbin Johnson again.
There he goes.
There's Corbin Johnson. There he goes, fans. On his way to another monster game once again. And he's going to...
Now listen. I'm gonna be that one person. Zach Luddle. You're not gonna find a bigger South Decatur fan. But we saw the same thing in the beginning of the game.
Yep.
And I hope I'm right in the way this momentum's going, but you gotta stop them. You just scored in the first 44 seconds of the game. Of the second half. You have got to play defense and do it. Listen, I'm not taking away. That was great. But and what was this? And it's good, so they take the lead. So let's hope this keeps this momentum going. Like we said, this is what they needed to do, and they're doing what they needed to. So whatever Coach Martin and coaching staff had to say to them worked. So it's 14-13. Literally just burned 43 seconds off the clock. South Decatur's back up on top, 14-13. We're going to take a real quick break, and we'll be right back.
Sports are being brought to you in part by Chris Tebby with Hamilton and Tebby Law Office in Greensburg. Hamilton and Tebby specialize in business, estate, and family law, criminal defense, guardianships, wills, trusts, and more. Hamilton and Tebby Law Office is located at 117 South Broadway in Greensburg. If the ball's in your court, call 812-663-4082 about their legal services today.
All right, welcome back, South Decatur. If you've been listening or you just joined us, just tuned in, it was 13-7 Cloverdale over South Decatur at halftime. South Decatur just come out on their second play of the drive from the 40-yard line.
Yep.
Corbin Johnson just ran it in for a touchdown for 60-yard, which we ain't been keeping exact, but I would venture to say that he's got about 130, 140 yards tonight already.
Yep.
Just off of these runs and 2 rushing touchdowns. So McKinley Shook is back to kick it off for the Cougars. And the kick is up, and it's a good kick, way back kick. He catches it at the 1-yard line, brings it back to the 10, to the 15, the 20. He's got running room. He's on the outside, and it's going to be on the outside, taken out at about looks like the 30, 36, but we got a flag on the field, and it's probably going to be a late hit, or if it's over here, it might be a legal block in the back or something. It'll be there we go, a penalty against the Clovers. So they'll be bringing the ball back just a little bit from where he went. I think he stepped out of bounds at the 35 is what they're going to say, and they're going to take the ball back for 10 yards. Yep. and that'll take them back to the 25.
First and 10, Clovers. Ball on their own.
That was a holding call.
Yep.
So, hey, there we go. Same momentum. This is what you want. Keep level head, keep your head in the game, and let's keep going. Zach, I'm going to let you take it away, Bubba.
All right. So Clover's backed up here on the 25, first and 10. They're going to go from the gun here. Got a motion man, and they're going to fake it to him and give it to the back. And the back's going to fight forward.
Nice.
Number 31, Levi Johnson, the ball carrier.
Listen, let them have them 2-yarders. You know, let them run them 2 yards. Just stop them. Don't let them get through. Don't let them get that run.
Yes.
I mean, you got to stop them. You've got to keep your head in the game. And I think if these boys, if they do, they're going to do fine, and they'll be fine. But that's what they got to do.
Absolutely. And like you said, just let them get those 2-yarders. Keep them in front of you. And make your big linemen eat up those blocks and let your backers get in there and stop the run.
Yeah. And that's what you have to do that.
So 2nd and 7 here for the Clovers, ball on the 28. Quarterback's going to drop back to pass. Fakes it. He's got a man deep downfield. And it's caught. And he's wrestled down there by J.P. Scudder and Alex Myers. And, you know, that's one of them plays. J.P. Scudder's guarding him. And that kid's 6'4".
Now in Cougar territory, 1st and 10,
but
the Cougar 35.
And you're right. The thing is, we're talking about a freshman, correct?
Sophomore,
okay. But he's still young. And I'm not defending him. I'm just saying there's some of that. And we have not really played a deep passing team this year.
No.
This is something that the only practice is in practice that you don't run 40 yards, I guarantee it. Cloverdale's back in the shotgun. Handoff to number 12. He's picked up by I don't know what he's going to call there on the other side.
I think they're going to call a horse collar on that.
Yeah, but he didn't have his horse collar. He had his jersey. But you had the referee back there. But still, I mean, it wasn't a horse collar. And the referee should tell him that if he's trying to say that, because that wasn't a horse collar. He had him by the jersey and he brought him down. So we're waiting to see what the penalty is. They need to wave it off, but it don't look like they're going to. Face mask on the Cougars.
Face mask is the call against the Cougars.
I don't know about you, but I didn't see a face mask anywhere.
I didn't see it at all. I think he just realized he made a bad flag throw on that one and decided to make something up. Because there was absolutely no face mask on that.
So 1st and 10 from 35 here for the Clovers. And they're going to go from the gun here. Quarterback's going to drop back to pass. And he's got somebody down the middle of the field.
Oh, my gosh.
It's almost intercepted there.
For number 33, Drake Hoffa.
By Campbell Johanningman.
That will bring up 2nd down and 10.
So 2nd and 10 now for the Clovers. And, you know, you kind of hope right there, if you're the Cougars, you get that interception, give you some more momentum, try to score again.
Yeah, and you have to. You got to block them. You got to stop them. You got to do everything that you can. There's not much more you can do. You just got to hold them, whatever you got to do. Quarterback keep. He runs, and he's going to be brought down close to the first. Ball's out, but recovered. But I think they're going to say he was down because I do think he was down by where it was. The ball just flew back.
Little extracurricular action going on the field. Ball did come loose, but it was down. 3rd down and 2 now for the Clovers.
So 3rd and 2 here, and we're going to see if the Cougars can try to hold them here. And you hope they do, because the Clovers look like they have not lost their touch from the first half. So Clovers going to hand off here to their running back, and he's got the 1st down. And looks like
number 31, Levi
Ian
Johnson,
Amrine
the ball carrier.
had the tackle on the play.
Made by number 70, Ian Amrine, along with number 61, Eli Elrod.
So
that carry good for
the Cougars come out and
1st down. They
score in 2 plays, and now you got the Clovers marching down the field. So it's like, you know, momentum's just playing neutral right now.
It is. And that's what it's, you know, you got to, they just got to stop them, man. You do not want to let them score because we don't want to try to have to go back and forth.
So Clover's going to hand off here to their back.
That was too delayed. Yeah, good stop. They read that.
Cougars in
Absolutely.
the backfield, Owen Ariola
And
leading the charge for your Cougars.
there's that man Owen Ariola again on the tackle there, and Corbin Johnson in on the assist.
Loss of a couple yards on the play brings up 2nd down and 12.
So 2nd and 12 now.
Attention
And
fans, I need Sam Matthews. Sam Matthews, please come
now
to
you got the Clovers
Sam
backed up,
Matthews.
and they're going to go from the gun here. 3 receivers to the right, back to the left of the quarterback. He's going to drop back the pass, and he's taken down there by Kobe Rathburn, coming from his outside linebacker spot.
And here's the thing, man. That's the defense we've seen in the past games that we haven't seen tonight for some reason. It's hit and miss, and it's
3rd down and 20.
it's go, but that's what's cool. I mean, and we just got to do that. That's the smash mouth we got to do.
Yeah.
So that brings them back to 3rd and 20. 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. Cloverdale back in a shotgun, 3 wide receivers. On this side, he dropped back, and they're going to try to pass it. No, he's going to try to run. Oh, he almost got him, but he's going to throw it away.
Pass is thrown out of bounds. Near sacked by number 8.
And almost got him. Gasper almost got him, but that's okay. So it's going to take.
And now it's 4th.
So it's 4th and 20. Let's see what happens. So, that right there was close, man, and that's what they need. And so it looks like they're going to be back. It's the first time we've seen them punt tonight, correct?
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to see how their punting is. It's all right, decent back, but nobody's back to receive it. And the ball's going to stop and turn and come back. And it looks like it's going to be on about the 10-yard line, and that's okay. Again, now, this is what they needed to do.
Yep.
It doesn't matter what happened, how far, where the ball's at. You stopped them. Now you need to get that ball back down the field and get them going.
So Cougars going to take over 1st and 10 from the 10-yard line. And like we said, they got the stop they needed. Now they just chew the clock.
Right, and that's the thing they got to do. They got to stop, and they need to hold them. But South needs to have smash mouth offense right here and run the ball down and let them come in and do what they need to do.
And that was a handoff there to Tyler Bishop. He gets about 1 maybe on that play there. So maybe you think about going back to your workhorse here and giving him a carry or two.
And that's what you need to do, and that's what you have to do. You have to let them run, and you have to let them do what they got to do. Keep going with where you've been going. But they're stopping. Here's what I don't like. You can't run it up the middle. They're going to be solid. They're big. We've seen this all night long. Don't know how much I like that play calling. But you know what, Zach? That's why I'm up here in the booth, and they are coaching.
Yep.
So we got 3rd and 7. Ball's on the 13. We have 5:45 left to go in the third quarter. And they're still giving it to him, but they're not letting him run the plays that he can run, that he needs to run. Because right now you need to get a first down. You need to march the ball down because you don't have to make McKinley Shook try to kick the ball where – now, don't get me wrong, he's got a leg, but you don't want him to have to do that.
McMurray going to pitch it here to Corbin Johnson. Corbin Johnson's got a blockers.
Oh, my gosh.
And you know what?
Horse collar. Wow.
They're going to get Alex Myers for it almost was a crack block, but he hit him.
What?
So they're probably going to call a blindside hit on that one.
But what stinks, too, is I get that, but you had a horse collar over here.
Yep, right here.
So, really, if you'd have called the horse collar, you call this penalty,
Offset
it's going to offset and come back, but that's not what's going to happen, and that's what's not, We do have instant replay.
That's true. That is true.
I don't know. It almost seems like they don't even know what's going to happen.
Personal foul.
Personal foul, blindside block.
Yep, blindside block and a face mask.
Yeah, good.
Personal foul, face mask against the Clovers.
So we're going to offset.
Offsetting penalties, we're going to replay third down.
So still 3rd and 7 here because those penalties offset. And
you know, what point, too, though, you're Corbin Johnson. I get he's a beast. But, man, dude, at what point do you just get tired and exhausted? And then you're like, man. But you know what? That's why he pounds the weights. That's why his legs are big. That's why he can squat what he can squat. And, you know, he's just solid, man. And that's what it is. That's what he puts that work in all year for a time like this.
Yep. So McMurray going to hand it off here to Corbin Johnson. Corbin Johnson.
Oh, he's got
a broken tackle. And he's still going. One defender to beat. And Corbin Johnson is going to take it all the way for a touchdown.
Hey, what did we say? You keep feeding it to who you need to feed it to, and let him run his plays. Let him run the play out here. And again, Corbin Johnson, folks, right there, that puts him well over 200 yards.
Yeah.
And his 3rd rushing touchdown. 87 yards.
And you know,
but again, it goes back to the blocking. It goes back.
We see it right there. He's gassed. But you know what? He's going to take these next couple plays off, go right back out there on defense, and he's going to do it again.
And that's what makes him solid. That's why he's got the nickname The Beast. He is the Beast. The extra points up, and it's good.
So your Cougars are now on the scoreboard 21-13 with 5:05 to go in the 3rd quarter.
And I'll tell you what's cool, man, is this is what 87 yards. What's really cool about this is this is what we were talking about, that momentum. This is what we said need to happen. And look, they came out and now they're up. Now they're making Cloverdale come after him. And South has not stopped with the fight.
Nope.
You know what I mean? They've kept that fight. They've kept going, but you got to keep pushing through. You got 5 minutes left in this quarter and another whole quarter to play.
And, you know, for some of the very few times, like, obviously when we talked to Coach Martin at that junior high game, he said up until those past couple games, the starters haven't really played a whole game.
No.
And now we're seeing it, and really they don't really look that tired.
No, and they're doing well. Again, I think it goes back to, you play smash mouth, you push it up the middle. You find that hole in that gap. If you can do it and he can break through, he's gone. But let him run the outside. That's what he does best. Let him stiff arm, let him juke him, let him do what he needs to do. Because that's how Corbin Johnson plays. I'd be really anxious to know how many yards he has total because I don't know, but I know it's over 200 yards tonight. I mean, here we are in the 3rd quarter. 5 minutes to go. He has 200-plus yards with 3 rushing touchdowns tonight.
Yep. And you almost got to think he may not be done tonight because it's a close game.
That's what he's got.
And McKinley Shook going to kick off here for the Cougars. And
wow, what a bomb.
Ladies and gentlemen, McKinley Shook just kicked it into the end zone for a touchback.
From their own 20-yard line.
Dude, you don't see that in high school.
Nope. And you know what? I don't know if you could tell or not, any of you at home, but Coach Darvish right there on the sideline was so happy that kid did that.
Yeah, man, that's big. He's happy. Look at him getting excited, man, on the sideline.
And again, that goes back to his background. I mean, as long as I've known the Shooks, McKinley's always played soccer. And he thought, you know what? My brother's played football. I'll give it a try. And he's out here kicking.
All right, so I do know this much, okay? Not counting his short runs or short gains, but on the 3 touchdowns, he's had 2 58-yard touchdowns, 2 touchdowns, 58 yards. Back pass. Oh, almost. Oh, come on.
And they're going to.
He was going after the ball. That's ridiculous.
Kobe
we got a flag happy referee on the other side of the field. And we'll see. Let's see what happens if they wave it off or what. That was not pass interference.
Kobe Rathburn was going for the ball,
He was in front of him and had position on it. Anyway, back to what I was saying. But Corbin Johnson, according to what we have, not counting the short runs or anything like that, but his 2 touchdowns he's had are for 58 yards. He just had an 87-yard touchdown. So all 3 touchdowns combined puts him at 203 yards, not counting the little runs that he's had. So the kid's really running. What is the record here? Was it 2?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I may have to ask Coach Martin after the game.
I'm not sure either, but he's going to be darn close tonight.
So Cloverdale going to take over 1st and 10 on 35. And it's going to be a quarterback going to throw here to the close side, and it's incomplete.
Incomplete, nearly intercepted, broken up on the play by number 6, Owen Ariola.
That was great defense there by Owen.
Down and 10.
The kid had him beat, and Owen just stuck his hand in at the right time to break the ball out.
Yeah, and that's what you got to do, break it up, So it's going to take him to 2nd and 10. 21-13. South Decatur up over Cloverdale Clovers with 4:56 left to go in the 3rd quarter. All right, Zach, take it over, buddy.
All right. So Clover's here going to go from the gun, going to hand here to the running back, and he's brought down in the backfield by Layden Ponsler.
Wow, he was on
sophomore.
It, man. Nice job, Bubba.
One of the very few young guys on the defensive line there. Sophomore making that play.
I mean, you got a lot of young. I'm looking at the roster here, man. There's a lot of young players.
And
they're some big ones when you got, like, what we were talking earlier with the Miles Wall and the Elon Phelps and all the boys are 8th graders moving up. You still got some good ones in there right now. It's going to be there for next year, too.
And they're this whole roster up and down are all athletes.
And Corbin Johnson's got another year.
Yep. Clover's going to drop back to pass here, and it's a little screen pass to the running back. And he's not going to get the first down. So that's going to bring up about 4th and 5, maybe 4th and 6.
Yep.
So a big play call here for the Clovers.
It's still too early. If I'm the other team, you need to punt the ball.
Yep.
You don't want to give him this, take the opportunity to give him his field position. We have an official timeout.
Looks like
he's checking on Rathburn or talking to him. I think he might have some blood on him.
Some blood on him.
So Rathburn's got to come out.
And
that'll bring McMurray in. I don't know. I think the official made him come out for an injury. Somebody, he was okay. They didn't do.
So the Clover's going to punt here. And back deep there's Alex Myers, but
they're going to let it go again.
Lets it go away from him. And it's going to be down to around about the 19-yard line.
And there is a flag
on
the field.
What did he call?
I'm not sure.
Sideline warning, maybe.
The football, but we'll see where it's spotted.
He just turned around. I think it's a sideline warning. He just had a sideline warning for South. Which I'm not.
Warning.
Yeah, see, I think Coach Jarvis was down past the box down here, and they'll call it. I mean, that's what they'll do, warn you. But you got to make sure you don't do that.
Yep, absolutely. So, Cougars taking over 1st and 10 from the 17. And McMurray going to go from the gun here. Back to Corbin Johnson. Corbin Johnson again.
Oh. Hey, and that's going to be the only way you're going to bring him down.
Yep, then the shoestring tackles.
Is try to trip him up because you ain't going to physically be able to do that. But listen, keep it up. Keep doing it, man. Keep doing what you've been doing. So we'll see, Zach. I think that, South, obviously we've seen it. We said South, the momentum's going. Just the way it's going. So let's see if he can do it again. Keep letting him run it.
McMurray going to go from the gun, and he's got, looks like, is that Bishop? Yep, that was Tyler Bishop on that carry right there.
Tyler Bishop, the ball carrier. Tackle made by number 73, Benjamin Burris.
So
third down and
3rd and 6 here. Big third down right here for the Cougars. I mean, you want to pick it up, but you don't necessarily want to punt.
No.
So McMurray go from the gun here. Back to Corbin Johnson. Corbin Johnson on his way again. He's on his way again. And he's got another touchdown. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to make 4 touchdowns for Corbin Johnson.
Now listen, just touchdowns. That's going to put Corbin Johnson with just, hey, Corbin Johnson's fourth rushing touchdown.
79-yard touchdown.
So 79, do the math, buddy. 79 on the 203. 282.
282, yes.
So Corbin Johnson tonight on touchdowns only is 4 touchdowns for 282 yards just on his touchdown runs. Again, I would love to know how many yards he's got.
And that'll be something we bring up, interview post game and just.
I'm gonna ask Coach because I'm gonna tell him what we had. I mean, that's just the runs.
Yeah.
So 282
and 2-point conversion here by the Cougars, no good.
Is no good. Broken
so
up in the back of the end zone by number 30, Benjamin Campbell.
Your Cougars are gonna lead 27-13 with 2:17 to go here in the third quarter, and I think we will go ahead and take a break, and we will be back.
Sports are being brought to you in part by Chris Tebby with Hamilton and Tebby Law Office in Greensburg. Hamilton and Tebby specialize in business, estate, and family law, criminal defense, guardianships, wills, trusts, and more. Hamilton and Tebby Law Office is located at 117 South Broadway in Greensburg. If the ball's in your court, call 812-663-4082 about their legal services today.
Striving to be the best in the classroom or in their sport makes up a student athlete. Buy-Right Auto has the same goals. Treating our guests to the best buying experience is the goal line. Beat the buzzer and come to Greensburg's Used Car Superstore, Buy-Right Auto, 920 North Michigan Avenue. Experience the great service from our team. Can't make it in? Call in your play to 812-662-9922. Buy-Right Auto, Greensburg's Used Car Superstore.
Well, welcome back to South Decatur High School. If you're just joining us, South is taking the lead 27-13. Corbin Johnson just rushed for his 4th touchdown, which brings just his rushing touchdown yards to 282 yards, not counting his small runs, the other runs Zach he's had, which I'm sure is well over 300 yards. But, man, he had 2 for 58 yards, a 79-yarder. And then what was the other one? 87.
Yep.
The other one was an 87-yard. That's unbelievable, man. Folks at home, now you understand why we call him the Beast. I mean, that's why his nickname is that, because he can run the ball.
Shook is going to
do it again.
Do it again.
Do it again. You barely see it in one game, let alone one time, but he's done it again. He kicks it in the end zone for a touchback. And if I'm out there as a coach, I'm thinking, man, we might need to start on our field goals and pushing it and see.
Yeah.
We get in situations.
Yeah.
It's chip games. Let him get out there and kick that ball.
Yeah, seriously.
I mean, why not? I mean, he's kicking. I mean, I get it's a little different, but still, give him that opportunity. I'm sure he could kick a 40-yarder.
Oh, yeah.
Easy.
Especially with the soccer background, so he knows how to kick a ball the right way.
Right. So at 27-13 with 2:17 to go in the third quarter, tonight was homecoming. That's why the game is running a little late. Didn't get a late start till 7:30. Cloverdale has the ball in the shotgun. 3 wideouts. Ball's hiked. Drops back, looking to pass, throws it over here to this side, but he throws it short as he's being rushed by Gasper and Toby Bishop. Pass incomplete. Listen, Zach, I don't mind play-by-play in basketball, but I'm going to let you do the football, my friend. No, this is good. We've seen a lot of things, unfortunately, in the first half go Cloverdale's way, but this second half in this quarter has been all South Decatur.
Yep.
All South Decatur. Now, I don't know if it's they're tired or it's just South doing what they do, but they're playing well.
So Clover's here, 2nd and 10. Going to hand off here to the running back, and he's got a little hole, and he got hit hard.
Johnson, the ball carrier.
That had to hurt.
And that was Ian Amrine in there
First by number 7,
on the
Ian
assist with the
Amrine, number
tackle.
2, Corbin Johnson.
So
It's 3rd down and 7.
Ian coming up a little gimpy on that play, so I wonder if he might have got his knee on that one a little bit.
Amron,
Yep.
you're saying?
Yep.
Yeah, well, he's kind of been limping quite a bit, honestly, this game, all through it.
But you know what? He's playing through
But
it.
he's playing through it.
So 3rd and 6 here for the Clovers. Going to fake it to the motion man and give it to the running back, and he runs over his own blocker.
Oh, my gosh, who was that hit him?
Number 31, Levi
And-
Johnson, the ball carrier.
I believe that was
Tackle made by number 2.
it was Corbin Johnson.
Gee whiz.
The couple brings
And
up
you know what?
The man on both sides of that ball.
If I seen one thing so far this start of this quarter here in this half, I think they told him to go low on that running back because he's so big.
Yeah, because he has been. He's been pushing too. They haven't been able to get him, but you got to hit him low, like we were talking with, at the ankles. Make that tackle so you can stop him.
And we've been seeing a lot of gang tackles too.
Uh-oh. Timeout.
Coverdale.
All right, so we're going to take a timeout. We have 51 seconds left in the third quarter. Your South Decatur Cougars 27, Cloverdale Clovers 13. We'll be right back.
Decatur County Recycling. Do you have a question about recycling?
How do I dispose of sharps? Can glass and plastic bottles be recycled? How do I dispose of tires and household hazardous waste? Is there somewhere I can take my recyclables? Those are questions for Decatur County Recycling. You can find more online at www.decaturcountysolidwaste.com. Decatur County Recycling, assisting the community in reducing the amount of material taken to the landfill.
Walters Tire services all of southeastern Indiana. And right now, through September 30th, you can get $200 back in rebate savings on the purchase of 4 select Goodyear or Kelly tires when you use your Goodyear credit card. Walters Tire at 220 West Main in Greensburg.
All right.
There's only this much water in there. I need, you watch me drink.
Back here at South Decatur High School.
Sorry, I need some water. We've been talking a lot. My apologies to you at home.
So 4th and 4 here for the Clovers, and they're going to punt here. And almost blocked. And it's just going to roll and stop.
Still good field position.
Great field position here for the Cougars.
And I like this. I don't think this is a bad idea by not having anybody there letting the ball hit. They are kicking decent, but good grief, man. You're running the ball like you are is unreal. And I just can't get over Corbin Johnson tonight, man. I mean, remember years ago watching Damon Allen run?
Yep.
For South Decatur, when we broadcast years ago, we got to see him play. South's had good running backs throughout the years, and it's fun to watch. I encourage you to get out and watch it.
So, Cougars here. Going to go from the gun. McMurray going to get the snap. Fake it to Corbin Johnson.
Nope.
And Owen Ariola
Number 6, Owen Ariola,
is going to fight
ball
forward
carrier.
for the first down. And if you're Cloverdale and that head coach over there, you're like, what do we do? They got 3 kids that can run the ball.
running. We got one guy running for over,
That carry good for a South Decatur
he's
down.
rushed for 282 yards just in 4 touchdowns, not counting, so over 300 yards. You got another one's probably ran for 20 or 30. And then you got, the other one. Thanks,
Thank
Aiden.
you.
Appreciate that, buddy. Aiden, our friend, bringing us some ice cold water.
So McMurray going to hand it off here to Corbin Johnson. Corbin Johnson going to go up the middle for about a yard and a half.
Number 2, Corbin Johnson.
Man, that's good. So at the end of the third quarter, that brings it here, 27-13. So we'll be right back. South Decatur will come back with the ball.
This is Michelle Gauck with Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. With over 30 years of experience in the car business, we know the key to success is providing superior customer service before and after the sale. At Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, service is not just a promise, it's a guarantee. We have a trained, low-pressure sales staff ready to serve you. We have a service department with Chrysler certified technicians with years of experience and all the latest diagnostic equipment. Service before and after the sale. Why go anywhere else? Please visit us at Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep or online 24 hours a day at BatesvilleChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
Striving to be the best in the classroom or in their sport makes up a student athlete. Buy Right Auto has the same goals. Treating our guests to the best buying experience is the goal line. Beat the buzzer and come to Greensburg's Used Car Superstore, Buy Right Auto, 920 North Michigan Avenue. Experience the great service from our team. Can't make it in? Call in your play to 812-662-9922. Buy Right Auto, Greensburg's Used Car Superstore.
All right, back here at South Decatur High School, and we got the start of the fourth quarter, and we're going to give a quick shout out here to our fourth quarter sponsor, Napoleon State Bank. Jim?
This, again, it goes back to what we said at halftime. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. And listen, it's you've been a part of the program here. You've been a part of a lot of stuff. Oh, we got Coach Wall over here. No, listen, I got to say this real quick. We talked a lot about you guys. Come back and listen to it. Good luck Tuesday. And that's Areola, but I think there's a flag, so it'll be a holding.
Down Cougars, but we got flags on the field.
We got several flags. And that's such a bummer, man. Those are the ones that you hate.
Absolutely, but, being up the way you are now, it's just you just want to give everybody else some touches, and hopefully they can get some other guys to get some more yards here and score a touchdown. And that call there was a block in the back, so it's going to definitely bring it back. And those of you at home, I mean, it's the atmosphere here tonight has been electric from both sides.
And it has been. And Cloverdale had a decent crowd to travel with them. They're not that big, but boy, they're loud, and that's what it takes.
Yep.
Your players can hear it, and I think that was helped with their momentum with what they were doing.
So McMurray going to take the snap here, give it back to Corbin Johnson. Corbin Johnson's going to run up the middle and fight for about 3 to 4 yards there.
I mean, you think about that. If you have the carries that he's had, and the carries that he's had, and then you turn around and those all add up. Even if for 10 carries for 5 yards, whatever, it might be it'd be 50 yarders. You add that to the 282 he's got. That's 330 yards plus that he has. You know what I mean? It's
and
he's a goofball. He's a goofball. Sorry for that.
Number 6.
Hey, Coach Wall up here goofing around. But anyway, so, even the carries, like I was saying, if he's got 50 yards with those carries, man, Zach, that takes him to 300-plus yards.
Yeah.
I mean, that's huge with 4 rushing touchdowns. And it doesn't matter to me that somebody, buddy, that he's a force to be reckoned with when they come to play.
And you know what? These guys come out there and play defending state champion, back-to-back defending state champions, Lutheran, all the time.
Yep. There he goes on the outside, man. Tries to juke in, and I don't think he's going to get it.
Corbin Johnson, the ball carrier.
That's a terrible spot.
Number 34, Carson Calkins.
Terrible spot.
But
so they're going to have timeout. They're going to have him. They're going to measure it.
But back to Corbin going against his team Cloverdale here, and the Cougars. Like, I can't express it enough for you guys at home. Cloverdale plays in a tough conference with Indy Lutheran, Cecina, Cascade, and Triton Central. And you got a 2-time defending state champion that you play once a year. So it's just one of them things where Corbin comes out here and they haven't seen something like Corbin yet. And it's
Well,
like, man.
You know, it's crazy too, though. I'll tell you this, Zach, is the thing is that. Let's see, sorry, I'm watching them measure. The thing is it don't matter. I don't think even the defense. If Corbin Johnson beats you, off of that line on that outside, you're not going to catch him. And he can juke, he can stiff. And I'm not stretching at all when I say at the high school level that I compare him to stiff arms as Derrick Henry. And I'm not just saying that. I mean, at the high school level. I know we're talking comparison NFL, but that's who he reminds me of when he's coming down through. I mean, you literally got to trip him up at the shoestrings because if you don't, you can grab him at his knees and wrap yourself up, but you'll get kicked in the face because he's going to keep running. I mean, we've watched how many games have we called in football this year with South that it's taken 4 and 5 people to bring him down. I mean, on his back.
Yeah.
And they can't do it. He's just strong. He's physical.
So Corbin Johnson did not pick up that first down, so the Clovers are going to take over here. 1st and 10 from the 33. And looks like they're going to go from the gun here with one back to the left of the quarterback. And
yeah, he did.
We got a false
start. That'll be against Cloverdale. They stop it. That's good.
Is the call against the Clover?
So I think now you're finally starting to see that Cloverdale is antsy.
Well, they're antsy. You had that momentum going in, and now you turn it over. And South, again, like we talked, it's homecoming. You got everything going on that you got. South's on fire. You know what I mean? They're fired up.
So Clover is going to go from the gun here, hand off to the back.
Wow.
And he's stopped
in
his tracks.
64.
By Layden Ponsler.
Wow.
Number 31, Levi Johnson, the ball carrier. Tackled on the
That's big, man.
Yeah. And you got to like it that you have a pretty solid interior defensive lineman that's young, surrounded by a bunch of veterans on the field.
Loss of a couple yards brings up 2nd down and 16.
So 2nd and 16 here for the Clovers. Going to go from the gun once again. Quarterback's going to roll out to his right. Going to drop back to his left. He's going to take off. He sees nobody there, and he's just going to get out of bounds.
Number 10, Tayton Jackson on the keeper.
So
run out of bounds by number 30.
That's going to be.
Did you just see Toby Bishop? But I like that about that kid. He followed him all the way onto the track, made sure he got all the way off the sideline with no issue, and I like that.
So we got 3rd and 11 here for the Clovers, and if you're on the Cloverdale sideline, you're like, man, this is a crucial 3rd down right here. This could change the game.
Yeah, and that's it. I mean, if you don't do nothing here and South gets it, and even if South scored a touchdown here, that kind of would do.
Clover's going to drop back to pass here. And somebody wide open down the middle of the field.
Alex Meyer, really?
Alex Myers just kind of watched it go by him there. Could have had an interception, but you stop him on 3rd down. Now you're forcing him to punt.
But still, I don't understand on that one why Alex Meyer didn't. He didn't really put forth an effort, and he was right there alone.
Yeah.
I mean, right there alone, you'd have changed the momentum of everything. I don't know. The effort was laxed on that one, but like you said, that's turnover, and that's what you want. And in 4th and 11, we'll see how they do.
Looks like the Clovers are going to go for it here on 4th and 11, and Tyler Bishop jumped the snap. So that's going to.
That's what you don't want to happen.
That's not good. But
because you're just giving them opportunity and more chances. You're letting them be able to put unnecessary points on the board that they shouldn't even be having an opportunity to put.
False start.
Oh, false start. So that's going to back them up more.
Wow.
5-yard penalty.
So now you're on the Cloverdale sideline. You're like, this is really make or break right here. And
Cloverdale fans, need to say, didn't like that call, but
it looks like they are going to punt. So
I mean, you really should.
Yeah.
You don't want to give that. We have a flag. What's that call? What's that?
Is it?
He patted. What's that call?
Is that too many?
Illegal substitution.
Against
the Clovers.
So that's going to back them up more.
Get up another 5 yards. It's 4th down.
And, man, you think they get another penalty, they're going to be in the end zone.
Yeah, they better watch it.
So Clovers here going to punt on about 4th and 21. We'll call it 4th and a mile. Kicks away.
Wow. Bullet. Nope, don't touch it. Just let it go.
Alex Myers is just going to walk away from it.
The punt by number 12,
So still good field position here for the Cougars.
And the Cougars have the football.
And we're going to take a quick break, and we will be back.
Striving to be the best in the classroom or in their sport makes up a student athlete. Buy-Right Auto has the same goals. Treating our guests to the best buying experience is the goal line. Beat the buzzer and come to Greensburg's Used Car Superstore, Buy-Right Auto, 920 North Michigan Avenue. Experience the great service from our team. Can't make it in? Call in your play to 812-662-9922. Buy-Right Auto, Greensburg's Used Car Superstore.
All right, back here at South Decatur High School. And your Cougars have the ball, and it's a handoff here to, I believe, Owen Areola or
Number 11,
Tyler Bishop. Tyler Bishop, ball carrier on that play. So it looks like now they're trying to give Corbin Johnson a little bit of a break here. And I don't know about you, I believe he deserves it.
No. I'm just kidding. Yes, dude, he more than deserves it, but I can tell you with anybody here, you want to see it. But I understand you don't want to get him hurt.
Yep.
You don't want to get him hurt. We're under 9 minutes in the fourth quarter.
So handoff here to Bishop.
Oh, he stops. Good block. No. We got a flag.
Number 11, Tyler Bishop again on the carry. Tackle made by number 73, Benjamin Burris.
So
number 34,
looks like it's getting a little bit chippy out there.
And it's going to.
I mean, the 34 for Cloverdale came in toward the end of the play there and kind of landed on Tyler, and Tyler
is that what the flag is for, or what?
No,
oh, no,
no,
they didn't call it. Okay.
No, but Tyler just shoved him off of him, and then you don't want to get caught with the retaliation.
No.
Holding is the call against the Cougars.
So we got holding here, and we're going to back him up behind the chains. So second and 14 for your Cougars. Ball on the 44-yard line. And looks like we're going to go from the gun here with Corbin Johnson to the right of Jalen McMurray. McMurray's going to hand it off here to Corbin Johnson. Corbin Johnson is going to he's going to get hit hard.
Number 2, Corbin Johnson, the ball carrier.
And he got hit around the thigh.
Yeah, like we said, you need to take him out.
Yep.
You need to take him out. We just said that. I mean, that's what you don't want to happen. Yeah, we don't want to see him go out, but you don't want this to happen.
Absolutely. And hopefully, maybe it's just he got hit and his leg just started to cramp.
And, man, that could be. You don't want nothing too bad. All right, so 3rd and 9. Ball's on the 44.
And Tyler Bishop's going to line up here next to Jalen McMurray from the gun. McMurray's going to drop back to pass. He's got a bullet pass here to Alex Myers, and it's good for a first down. So your Cougars do pick up the first down on the play.
Good for a South Decatur first down.
So now you got to think maybe you just try to milk the clock a little bit here.
Well, and it looks like they are like it's cramped with him on the sideline. So that's the plus. With that, with 7 minutes and 30 seconds, the clock ticking away. Hand to Bishop, hold on to the ball. Oh, my goodness, good push, kiddo, good push.
Number 11, Tyler Bishop, the ball carrier.
He doesn't want to go down either.
Tackle made by number 2.
Look, there he goes. He had a cramp. He's good.
Six yards on the carry.
So I don't know if
Second down and 4.
I don't know if we'll see any more Corbin Johnson tonight or not. But you know, either way.
Dude, listen, he's a kid to put an effort in. He's got another year.
Monster games, back-to-back weeks. McMurray going to hand it off here to Colby Rathburn.
Whoa.
Colby Rathburn is going to get body slammed.
Number 30, Colby Rathburn on the
You know,
carry.
that's not something you'd like to see if you're Colby, because Colby has had back issues in the past.
Tackle made by number 10, Tate Jackson.
I tell you what, though, it's getting
Brings up third down and 3.
it's getting chippy, and your South boys just right there didn't like that at all, and you're going to see him get upset. But yeah, you don't want him to get hurt off something like that with having back issues, because I mean he's a great football player, but he's also a good basketball player, and he's got that coming up.
Like, he was going to play football last year, and he just couldn't because he hurt his back.
Yeah.
So he was out for 3 weeks for basketball too.
Yep.
Hand off here to Bishop.
Go.
Bishop's going to keep fighting. He's going to keep fighting. And we got a flag right there.
On the carry. There's a flag at the end of the play.
Well, this motion just said, the ref down here said first down. It's going to be a face, or, well, let's see. What is it?
Penalty against the Cougars, illegal contact, something along those lines.
What?
Wow.
Assisting the runner. Thank you, Wade.
Assisting the runner, but they do that anyway in the end zone. I don't understand how that's a chippy penalty, if you ask me. I mean, you do the same thing when they go into the end zone.
Yeah.
I'd like to know how that rule.
I don't know.
Ball on the Clovers 37-yard line.
I'd just like to know really how that, you know what I mean, when that is actually considered that.
So 1st and 10 here for the Cougars. McMurray from the gun with Tyler Bishop right beside him. Going to give it to Bishop again.
Number 11, Tyler Bishop on the carry.
You know, for me, from my perspective, I don't know about you, but it looks like the way Cloverdale's tackling, they're trying to play
Number 34, Carson Coffey.
play a little dirty.
Oh, they are. Well, and you watch South, they're starting to go low. And you see what I mean? Because it's that retaliation.
But
that's what I was going to say. I mean, it's just
on the opposite end of the spectrum, though. When South's on defense, it's not like they're just throwing their body at their legs; they're wrapping them at the legs.
Right.
Whereas you look at Cloverdale, and they're trying to almost hurt our guys.
The ball carrier.
Yep. So we'll see how it goes. They just got, you know, and the thing with that is you just got to keep level-headed, hope nobody gets hurt.
Yep.
And again, it goes back to Zach. This is a game of football, and that's what the positive and the negatives to it. But yeah, and I don't know. We'll see how that goes.
So 3rd and 4 here for the Cougars. McMurray going to go from the gun with Ariola right beside him. And it's going to hand off here to Ariola. Ariola's got some room, and he picks up the first down.
All right, real quick, Zach, I'm going to go over some local scores. Batesville beat Lawrenceburg tonight 26-23. Rushville beats North Decatur 26-24. Milan beat Eastern Hancock 44-19. Franklin County beat Greensburg 41-7. And Switzerland County beat Edinburgh tonight, and East Central beat South Dearborn 51-0.
Wow.
Those are some of your local scores. And Connersville got beat by Speedway 30-0.
So McMurray going to hand off here again to Ariola. Ariola's going to bounce outside. He's got room, and he's brought down
Ariola, the ball carrier.
around the first down marker, but we do have laundry on the field, so we're going to see. And personal foul here.
On the Cougars.
Personal foul on the Cougars here, so going to back them up here. And that
will be a 15-yard penalty.
not really what you want to see right now, but, 3:39 on the clock. You're up 27-13. You just want to chew away at the clock.
And that's what you got to do, let the clock run down. Man, what about some of them scores? Batesville beating Lawrenceburg tonight. That takes Batesville to 5-1.
Wow.
Now, they did play East Central last weekend and, got beat. But East Central's in a league of their own. But how about North losing again?
Yeah.
I mean, that's huge to Rushville.
Yeah.
I mean, that's huge.
Murray going to hand off here to.
Oh, my goodness. Who was that?
Ball fumbled on the field and recovered by the
JP. No.
No, that
is Jaden Jackson Ray.
Yep, Jaden Jackson Ray.
Hey, at least he fell in front of him and he fell on it. I mean, that's a positive thing because could have been a turnover on down.
Yeah.
So clock's ticking away. We're under 3 minutes.
2nd and 26. So,
they've been plagued with penalties, unfortunately, on this drive.
Yeah.
And you got to recover the best you can. But the big key is run the clock down, man. I mean, get that clock coming down, which is what Jalen's doing. I'm sure it's what the coach told him to do. Hands off to him again. He's going. Oh, my goodness, man. That was a good run.
Number 31, Jaden Jackson Ray.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Jaden Jackson Ray, a freshman that, I had.
Listen, we got him coming up even with Corbin. You know what I mean? And you're following Corbin. What a good example with somebody to teach you, so you can learn and see. So.
Third down
and
14.
I had the opportunity to coach him his 7th grade year, and, man, that kid's a lot of fun. He brings a lot of energy to the team.
That's interesting to see. I don't know. They got Corbin's shoe off, I think, a little bit with his ankle. And he could have tweaked it, man. I mean, that's one of them things. You can tweak it, and it'll be hurting and sore.
Yep.
We just hope it's not nothing serious. Look, he's got it on the outside. Jackson Ray again. Cuts back. We got a flag. Probably going to be holding. We got 2 flags.
Jackson Ray again on the carry. We got flags on the field.
I feel like I'm at a youth football game with a referee that we like to have that likes to throw flags. But
block in the back is the call against the Cougars.
I'll be honest. When they threw the flag, you kind of knew that. But this drive, they've gotten what? How many penalties this drive? 4?
4, yeah.
4 penalties. I mean, they shoot themselves in the foot, man. You get all that momentum, get going up, and then that happens. I can't believe that scores. That's crazy, man.
Still third down for your Cougars. Looks like about 3rd and.
North Decatur, losing to Rushville.
3rd down and 22.
That's big, man.
Yeah.
And Milan beat Eastern Hancock. That's not an easy feat. I mean, that's big. Milan did well on that.
And handoff there to Jaden Jackson Ray, and
Number 31,
he gets brought down in the backfield, so that's going to bring up.
in the backfield.
We got a timeout here.
Benjamin Burris, and it's a timeout.
And your Cougars lead 27-13 with 1:16 to go in the 4th quarter. We're going to take a break, and we will be back.
Decatur County Recycling. Do you have a question about recycling?
How do I dispose of sharps? Can glass and plastic bottles be recycled? How do I dispose of tires and household hazardous waste? Is there somewhere I can take my recyclables? Those are questions for Decatur County Recycling. You can find more online at www.decaturcountysolidwaste.com. Decatur County Recycling, assisting the community in reducing the amount of material taken to the landfill.
Walters Tire services all of southeastern Indiana. And right now, Through September 30th, you can get $200 back in rebate savings on the purchase of 4 select Goodyear or Kelly tires when you use your Goodyear credit card. Walters Tire at 220 West Main in Greensburg.
All right. Back here at South Decatur High School. 1:16 to go on the game clock, and your Cougars are up 27-13. And we're going to see, what is it, the first punt here for the Cougars tonight?
Yeah. No. Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it'd be the first one. I'm sorry.
And
oh, no. Okay, I thought they was going to fake it.
It's going to be a rugby-style kick. And, ooh.
Oh.
Oh.
No.
They're going to say it's a touchback.
But a touchback nonetheless, and the Clovers will take over.
Man,
that's 10 from their own 20-yard line.
That's where you see the wheels of Colby Rathburn. He saw where that was going, and he took off.
Yeah, he did. I mean, South's done a lot of what they've needed to do tonight, and that's what's cool about it, man. You got to, you know what I mean? You got to do. They went in at halftime. They fought through adversity. They figured out what they need to do. And Corbin Johnson, I mean, man, monster game. I'd like to know how many yards he had tonight total. I do know that with touchdowns, he's had 4 rushing touchdowns with 282 yards. 282 yards. Man, that's huge. I mean, that's big. And that was just basically through 3.5 quarters of play, really.
So
he didn't even turn and look.
Cloverdale is they're trying to figure out what to do here. Yeah, I mean,
down at 10 for the Clovers.
I don't know what was said in that locker room at halftime, but these boys, they just came out with a different speed.
Yeah, and I mean it's exciting to see what Coach has got to say in between, but
and Cloverdale has the pass there completed, and he's brought down out of bounds by Campbell Johanningman.
Benjamin Campbell. That reception good for a Clovers first down. It's 1st and 10 Clovers.
So looks like the Clovers are still putting up a fight to the final whistle, but you know they lost that momentum. So
right.
And we got a false start here against the Clovers, so it's going to back them up again. And I feel like this game came down to the penalties.
It did, and it had. And South, this last drive was just, I don't know what.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's being tired. I think a lot of that is.
Yep.
You get the holding, and you get stuff like that. They're wearing out, man. They're tired, and that's the thing. I mean, they're worn out, and you can tell they're exhausted. But what did they just call?
I thought
what
they
did we just
called
miss?
a false start.
Penalty against the Cougars.
So penalty against the Cougars, I guess. Looked like the official close to us called a false start, but
1st and 10 from their own 49-yard line.
So 1st and 10 here for the Clovers. 55 seconds to go in the game here, and they're going to go from the gun. They're going to look to pass. He's going to roll out and get hammered, and intercepted by Alex Myers. So Alex had 2 that he almost intercepted, and now
you got 45 seconds. That should be able to.
What does that make? 4 picks for him on the year now?
Yeah, every bit of that. Yeah.
He's a ball hawk.
And that's a bit. He is. There's times Alex, he's high strung, and there's times Alex does, and he does the best he can do. It's just sometimes he don't make the catches. Kid would have a lot more interceptions. I mean, there was 2 or 3 other ones that he could have time. He had 4 interceptions tonight. But right now, if you're Coach Martin,
looks like they're still going to run maybe a couple plays here. McMurray going to hand it off here to Bishop maybe.
Number 11, Tyler Bishop, the ball
Yep.
carrier.
And I mean,
Loss of the
you
yard.
can just see,
Up second down and 11.
like, Cloverdale they're just aggressive, and sometimes it's not good when you're aggressive when you're down, because then it starts to get chippy, and then you get the penalties called on you. And
that's going to do it, buddy.
Do it.
So your final score tonight here at South Decatur High School, your South Decatur Cougars 27, visiting Cloverdale Clovers 13. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back.
Make this the summer event with a new 2023 Jeep or new 2023 Ram truck from Acre Automotive. Right now, choose from a big selection of new 2023 Jeep Cherokees, Grand Cherokees, Wranglers, Gladiators, or Wagoneers. Or if you're thinking truck, Acres have a nice selection of new 2023 Ram half-ton, 3/4 ton, and 1-ton trucks. See Kevin Milburn, Josh Camplain, Tony DiLoretto, or Dan Rubel at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, 1407 North Lincoln in Greensburg.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable, to record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
This is Michelle Galk with Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. With over 30 years of experience in the car business, we know the key to success is providing superior customer service before and after the sale. At Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, service is not just a promise, it's a guarantee. We have a trained, low-pressure sales staff ready to serve you. We have a service department with Chrysler-certified technicians with years of experience and all the latest diagnostic equipment. Service before and after the sale. Why go anywhere else? Please visit us at Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep or online 24 hours a day at BatesvilleChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
Sports are being brought to you in part by Chris Tebby with Hamilton and Tebby Law Office in Greensburg. Hamilton and Tebby specialize in business, estate, and family law, criminal defense, guardianships, wills, trusts, and more. Hamilton and Tebby Law Office is located at 117 South Broadway in Greensburg. If the ball's in your court, call 812-663-4082 about their legal services today.
Striving to be the best in the classroom or in their sport makes up a student athlete. Buy-Right Auto has the same goals. Treating our guests to the best buying experience is the goal line. Beat the buzzer and come to Greensburg's Used Car Superstore, Buy-Right Auto, 920 North Michigan Avenue. Experience the great service from our team. Can't make it in? Call in your play to 812-662-9922. Buy-Right Auto, Greensburg's Used Car Superstore.
Decatur County Recycling. Do you have a question about recycling?
How do I dispose of sharps? Can glass and plastic bottles be recycled? How do I dispose of tires and household hazardous waste? Is there somewhere I can take my recyclables? Those are questions for Decatur County Recycling. You can find more online at www.decaturcountysolidwaste.com. Decatur County Recycling, assisting the community in reducing the amount of material taken to the landfill.
Walters Tire services all of southeastern Indiana. And right now, through September 30th, you can get $200 back in rebate savings on the purchase of 4 select Goodyear or Kelly tires when you use your Goodyear credit card. Walters Tire at 220 West Main in Greensburg.
Sports are being brought to you in part by Chris Tebby with Hamilton and Tebby Law Office in Greensburg. Hamilton and Tebby specialize in business, estate, and family law, criminal defense, guardianships, wills, trusts, and more. Hamilton and Tebby Law Office is located at 117 South Broadway in Greensburg. If the ball's in your court, call 812-663-4082 about their legal services today.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable, to record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
Decatur County Recycling. Do you have a question about recycling?
How do I dispose of sharps? Can glass and plastic bottles be recycled? How do I dispose of tires and household hazardous waste? Is there somewhere I can take my recyclables? Those are questions for Decatur County Recycling. You can find more online at www.decaturcountysolidwaste.com. Decatur County Recycling, assisting the community in reducing the amount of material taken to the landfill.
All right, welcome back to South Decatur High School, where tonight your South Decatur Cougars are victorious over the Cloverdale Clovers. What was it again? 27-13. Man, we saw they were down 13-7 at the end of the first half, and they came back and did what they needed to do, which was good. But they pushed through and found adversity. Corbin Johnson had a whale of a game. I mean, you can't like say enough about him and what he did.
No, and like we've said multiple times tonight, I mean, the 4 touchdowns, he had 282 yards.
Yep.
Just on those carries alone. Not just a little, 2, 3, 4 yarders here and there. So I'd say he had over 300 yards.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Hopefully he's not hurt.
Yeah.
So hopefully it's not a big deal, and I don't think so. I mean, he was running, doing his thing, doing what he had to do. Big win for him. I mean, North Decatur losing takes South Decatur, to 5-1.
Yep.
North Decatur 3-3.
3-3.
So
going
0-6.
0-6. Yep.
I mean, it's a little bit of reversal of what we've had a tendency to see throughout, the past years of football, even when you were part of it.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's the cool part about it. And the cool thing is, as Coach Rodney Martin makes his way up here to us, it's exciting, man. I'm excited. Again, Switzerland County won tonight, but they played Edinburgh, and I think it won 19-6. That's huge, and that tells us what we got to prep for and be ready for next week, because that's going to be our opponent, our last opponent here at home before they go to Dayton, Ohio and play. And, I think it was plus. I think our turnovers hurt us a little bit as Coach Rodney Martin comes in to talk to us. Coach, welcome. Man, just a couple things I got to say. One, going in at halftime, being down 13-7, and I told Zach, I said, honestly, I think whoever comes out, and we had the advantage, I think, coming out because we had the ball coming out into the second half. But I think that I told him, I said, man, whoever comes out in the game kind of goes the first 4 minutes, we're going to see. We saw that with Corbin. Now, and this is I don't know. I'm just saying what I have. I don't know if you with what you have, but we had 2 rushing touchdowns for 58 yards apiece, one for 87 and the other one for 79. Just his touchdown, the 4 touchdowns. That's not counting all the other stuff, which is 282 yards tonight with 4 touchdowns. I want to have you touch base a little bit the best you can. We did see him go down a little bit. Don't know. Hopefully it's not a big deal, but talk to us about what you think, what you saw tonight, Coach.
Holy cow. So, well, we preached all week long. We talked about, excuse my voice.
No, you're okay.
I think every coach is hoarse right now. We started off Monday preaching right from the start that, we've had four straight games here that were opponents that we easily handled.
Mhm.
Now we're going into a week, and I don't know if the kids necessarily believed us. I want them to be confident, but not overly confident, because we really haven't proven a whole lot of anything yet.
Mm-hmm.
But I told them going into this week that this is going to be the first real test we've had since
Yeah,
Decatur.
absolutely.
And, just watching film on them and the things that they were doing, we were like, it's going to be a fight. And, early on in this game, we got down 13-7. We got that freak fumble down on our goal line. I was telling Coach Ahouse, I said, I've been a coach here a long time. I've seen that exact play from that goal line to that end zone, from the one fumble picked 3 times in my life as a coach in here. It's happened.
Wow.
I'm like, how does that happen?
Yeah.
But, kudos to that. Number 10 is a player.
Yeah, he is.
So we go down 13-7. We did have a couple penalties there in the first half that probably kept us from getting some more points on the board. But, we started seeing kids starting to blame. They started going down that path. They started kind of arguing a little bit. They were going down that path, and we got them in the locker room up here and basically said, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, yeah.
And said, we told you all week that we haven't really had to face adversity, and we did tonight.
Yep.
And they came out the second half, and I think that big run by Corbin right there to start sparked everything. And then they just were like, maybe we should believe the coach in what he's saying.
Well, and just to say this too, as scores were coming in, you're talking about another tough team to play. We've got scores coming in. Rushville will be North Decatur tonight by 2 points, and then another one is Switzerland County, who's your opponent next week. Yep. They beat Edinburgh tonight, 19-6, I believe it was. Okay. So those are some of the opponents that you're facing. Milan's another one. They won big over Eastern Hancock, 44 to 19. Wow. So some of the other ones, that are in your sectional and that kind of thing. Man, it's been a minute, and I know that, like you just stated, your schedule might not have the toughness as some of the other ones, but I'll tell you what, we talked about this, I think, the last time we had talked, Coach, and that was the confidence, building the confidence up. It's been a minute, man, since South Decatur has been 5-1, coming in, with this momentum, and I think it's positive momentum, because I don't know what's going on at the north end of the county, but that's 2 losses in a row? 2 in a row for North Decatur. That's something that in the county, Decatur County, you hadn't seen in a minute.
Right.
So South being where they're at, I think it's positive. It's carrying momentum in. We got another home game next week. Big test is going to be when you take on the road and you go to Dayton, Ohio to play a team that I don't know a lot about. So you're going up there and playing. So it prepares you for that. But we were also, and I didn't realize till Zach. I want to say this. Zach said this tonight. I didn't realize what conference they were in, and they're actually in a very tough conference. So being 2-3 coming in is deceiving because they play a lot of tough teams.
They when you look at who they play, I mean they're in that Western Indiana conference, and that's South Putnam, North Putnam, Cascade. I think who else is in there? Brown County's in there. But there's a couple, I don't know all of them. I just know those because those are the ones we've got film on. But, yeah, so, they play a tough schedule, and you could tell that they have played tough people before.
Yes.
But just by the way they were playing. But I'm so proud of our guys because,
absolutely.
We needed this game.
Yes.
Heading into next week because Switz is not going to be a walk-off.
Right, no.
They're a much improved program, and for us to be able to battle and take the adversity that we had today and build on that going into next week, senior night next week.
Yes, absolutely.
And so our last home game of the year, and then our last 2 are on the road, of course. But, man, we needed this. We needed to be able to find out who we are and what we're capable of. And kudos to our kids. They didn't.
Great, yeah.
They didn't quit. I've been a part of teams where we go in down down 13-7 at halftime, and you would thought that the game was over and we'd come out flat. But this group's different, and I think they're really starting to believe in themselves.
Yep. And you can see it out here, man. Coach, again, pleasure as always. We'll be here next week, of course, senior night with Switzerland County. And it was great. It was great tonight to see the adversity of your players. Great job. Again, like we said, I don't know what was said in the locker room at halftime, but I can tell you this. a different team coming out, and they proved that, and they your squad did what they had to do. We had mentioned early on the program that you're building all the way down from the youth to junior high to what you got going here is super promising for this school, and what you guys have started, what you've done, Coach. Listen, from a head coach and as an athletic director, putting the key people in places. We were telling the people at home, man, 4 or 5 years from now, maybe sooner than that. Not taking away from what we got, but it's just going to build, and it's just going to get better, and that's exciting. But I just want to tell you that, man, it's cool. And yeah, I guess, and like I said on the radio, Zach and I mean, we're a little biased. We are involved here at South, but that's okay. And it's exciting for us to see what happened each week in and week out, as much as it is for you and all the time and effort you and your coaching staff put out here, and the players in practice. So I just want to say that, Coach, and it's fun to come watch this team. I mean, it really is.
Well, good. And I appreciate that. And, we've got a lot of people involved from kindergarten to 12th grade who love football, love South Decatur football. And so that's the kind of people we want in our program. And it's showing. And so we're having some success this year. And, all the way from, like I said, kindergarten to 12th grade, all the teams are doing pretty well. And so, I feel fortunate and blessed that we've got people that sharing the same goal, and
absolutely,
and we're not there yet by any stretch of the imaginations, but I feel like this year we have taken a step forward from top to bottom. So it's good, and I appreciate everybody that helps and all the support, and I just can't say enough about what everybody's doing to just make this thing click.
It's fun. It's fun to watch. And again, you guys are both alum being a part of here at the school, but somebody coming in, man, it's cool, and it's fun to be a part of, and it's exciting. That's what we're telling the people at home. Come out next week. We had a great crowd here tonight, and I mean, that's what you want. That's what these players need and stuff. So,
all night long we had to smell the donuts out on the and I'm like, oh my gosh.
I know.
It smelled like we were at the fair.
Exactly.
That's like years past with the past teams. It would be homecoming. Everybody would stay for homecoming. Then after the homecoming's done, everybody would just leave. But tonight, it was just a different atmosphere. You had the small section of Cloverdale fans that were really loud, and then,
they were loud.
And then you had our fans that just went absolutely absurd when Corbin would just take the ball and go.
It's exciting. It is. It's exciting.
Yeah.
But thanks again, Coach. Thanks for taking the time to come up and talk to us. Congratulations on your win, and we will. We'll get a hold of you. I know. She's like, let's go. I know my wife's over here going this way. But anyway, it's good talking to you, Coach. We'll see you next week.
All right.
Thanks, Coach. You. Again, that was Coach Martin for South Decatur, the varsity head coach. Big win tonight, 27-13 over Cloverdale. Takes them to 5-1 on the season. We will be back next week for Switzerland County, and it's at 7 p.m. So Zach and I will be on about 6:45, and we'll go from there. Again, for Zach Luddle, Jim Wall, WTRE.com from South Decatur High School. Thank you all.